require, and Anthony, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. You would require, if you guys can please, I'm just engaging the comment. You would require healthcare systems. You would require healthcare systems to abide by certain most favored nation clauses. Establish protocols through which healthcare systems will patients.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I be stopping you, quote. First Nation. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, stop trying to be smart. It's not a good look on you, my girl. You sound crazy.
I use most
Shut up. Be quiet. Stop. Stop. You want to sound, and you just sound goofy.
This is not about being smart.
You really sound idiot.
Google what it is.
You the First Nation. No, but stupid. It's stupid. And you're a stupid bitch.
I might be stupid.
God, I hate you.
Yeah, that's fine. Just Google it before you call it stupid. You don't even. So what I would argue is that.
Just the level of disrespect. Like numerous moderators have asked you to stop talking.
What? What are you going to do to stop talking?
Numerous moderators have asked you to stop talking.
For what reason stop talking?
Because they don't want to hear what you have to say, and they want to redirect the conversation. And your level of unmitigated arrogance and unabashed wrongfulness, it's stunning. It is actually stunning.
That was better than any cuss words, but I'm gonna say I've actually lost the point of contention between TC and you all. I don't even know. I know we all will agree that America was not the best model for the healthcare thing, and then we were going down reasons of why. How did they offer any solutions? But I just know that.
You heard me offer a solution. I was silenced.
No, because y'all want to protect the insurance companies and like.
You didn't even hear it out.
Yeah, I did hear. We heard you over and over again. TC, I'm not going to be interrupted by you. You've done the diatribes. I'm going to talk, okay? So, you keep saying don't really have much to do with like insurance, period. You're like saying a bunch of words. Like, if you were talking about an actual model, an actual thing to do, but trying to, like, you and Anthony are, like, saying that it's not the insurance company's fault. It absolutely is their fault. They're in bed with the U.S. government, who is the pharmaceutical companies. But if y'all want to, like, skip over that part, there's never going to be a solution because y'all don't want to blame the people that need to be blamed.
And that's where I was at before TC cut me off, because I was going to say we understand capitalism and how the Food and Drug Administration is regulating things being paid off by the pharmaceutical lobbyists and the insurance company lobbyists, which we have to understand. All this stuff ties in. And as much as I hate to admit it, it is because of the capitalism. And I posted the link on the guy who used ChatGPT to lower his medical bills from $155,000 to $33,000, and all he did was put it in there and just find the errors and things that they were just charged for the same thing, but rewording it. So it's an issue across the board, and I don't know. My only pushback for some of you with the Nordic system, Kristen reminded we brought up, was that y'all are saying the population size doesn't matter. Again, I'm not an expert on this, but doesn't population matter with everything we talk about? This kind of thing is one point. And my other point was, is it too far gone because this system is so intricately woven into the fabric that I don't think we can change it? Does anyone else? Or do you think we have to just start from scratch? And what does that look like if so? Because it's too many hands that are being fed by this, and they're too powerful at this point for too long.
So BT, an example. you cited that where the guy reduced his bill from $150,000 to $33,000, right? Now, who would be the villain in that scenario? Is it the insurance company that's the villain, or is it the hospital system that overcharged him for things that they were redundant with and whatever else you said happened? Who would be the villain in that scenario?
Well, was it you that blamed doctors earlier? And
I think it's a huge part of the problem, BT. I think that the profit motive is so strong in our capitalistic society that doctors will game the system. They will work the system for all it's worth. They will squeeze every dime, nickel, penny.
Wait, this from a Republican?
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Come on. Are you trying to kick yourself in your own? Because this can't be from you. Can't be.
And BT, question.
I've been consistent.
You are inconsistent. You are the most capitalistic person, like hyper-capitalistic person I've ever met. You, like, everything is about profit and money motive to you. Everything. Even people's fucking livelihood, the difference between people being homeless. You talk about people not leaning on them and having government assistance. Now this is what you want to kick. Mind you, I agree. Like it shouldn't be a for-profit. It's people's lives. But you, and I know it's probably a conversation by calling you out, but I have to, cause y'all do this and nobody won't say nothing to y'all and think y'all just slide easily back and forth. But you can't have it both ways, bro. You gotta pick a side, and I see that. We talk about family members and stuff, which makes sense. Shit changes because that hits you. So you see, you have a different attitude about it because it affects you. And so in that thing, you want fairness, you want transparency, but you don't care about it when it comes to empowerment and opportunity zones and food stamps and things like that. You cannot have it both ways, Anthony. You can't. And that's why you have to be on the right side all the time. You can't just pick the times where you want to jump, because when that shit affects you, then you're gonna want somebody to help you out.
So, BT, to your question, there was a couple of misstatements, and I see that MAGA's not here. But earlier, MAGA introduced that, yes, we talk about insurance companies, we talk about the pharmaceutical companies, but little attention is given to the hospitals and how the hospitals and their cost motivations and how they charge for things is feeding into pollution. It's polluting the system as well. And so in many ways, the question of who's to blame assumes that there's one group who bears more responsibility than another, or bears total responsibility. And because of your very point of how intricately connected all these little pieces are, it's hard to suss that out. And so it's the entire system that is at fault, because the hospitals are doing their part, the doctors are doing their part, the pharmaceutical companies are doing their part, and money is behind it, probably behind 75% of it in all cases. So yes, it's difficult. But another part, an answer to the other part of your question is, I feel like the ACA was trying to make an inroad because it was addressing little pieces of the problem and creating avenues for new legislation, new regulation to further extricate some of the profit out of the system. So I think the ACA was trying to do that, creating like a little pathway, and then with more regulation and more restrictions placed on the different entities within the health insurance industry, we could get to something that was not only of how it distributed care, but fair, and in terms of return on investment. So hopefully that responded to what you were
Absolutely.
asking.
Thank you for actually addressing.
So I think there is a lot of nuance in this conversation. What we haven't addressed is if we're going to admit that the insurance companies should be covering the cost of healthcare costs for Americans, how do we pay for it, right? And I think if we permit a little bit of levity in the conversation, we might be able to suss out some really creative ways of how you pay for it, keep the competitive nature there, but at the same time, don't overload the system to where you're dealing with another public service that is insolvent, like Social Security. The argument that I was making,
Your Honor, I object.
was that you would. The argument I was making.
I object, Your Honor, it's non-responsive. I object on the grounds that the comment is non-responsive. It's a non-sequitur. Can we have a ruling from the bench?
I can laugh too.
I can sustain my own objection. Objection sustained, thank
What
you.
are you objecting to? Because
I'm objecting, you're not. I'm objecting to the last comment having been made, to which BT said, okay, this is sufficient, introduced ideas that your comment does not respond to. Your comment is not responsive to how the ACA created avenues in its policies to address some of these issues with healthcare. You, sir, have transitioned to, you have a solution with levity, which isn't the correct word, because levity means humor. I don't think there's any space for humor in this conversation, unless I digress. You introduced something about how we can, I don't know what, make healthcare sense, because it doesn't make any sense.
You didn't even let me finish.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
You didn't even let it land.
Absolutely, you're correct. I did not.
So that's why I said.
No, you're the levity, sir.
That's fine. Let me be the levity.
You're a harlequin levity, actually, sir.
I should reduce the animus in the conversation.
I don't have any animus. I don't have any animus. Animus suggests like some sort of personal connection. I don't have to know you to have animus, and I don't know you.
We have
So,
history
what are you
on this
saying?
very stage.
You're ill-mannered and disrespectful. I do know that.
You can't accept
You,
when you're wrong.
child, my vocabulary is physics to you.
You going against
Never
the
correct me
AG
on
about
math.
vocabulary?
You never correct me on math. You can correct me on air. So stop talking.
You guys are
Your ill-mannered and disrespectful self.
TC, so TC, I'm counting. TC, I'm keeping account. You use two words out of context when talking to GOAT, and another one, levity, and now you just use animus out of context. So that's four today that you use out of context. Just letting you know I am keeping a tally.
Got you, because you guys are determining what's correct and what's not. Got
Yes, I'm gonna take
Context, he was, he absolutely used it correctly.
No, he didn't.
Absolutely did. He absolutely did.
Anthony, take a while for that, or you're gonna lose.
No, he didn't, because what he was trying to say, yeah, you should. Actually, you should. This is the way it should go. Because what he was trying to say,
You don't know what I was trying to
he
say
was
now.
trying to
You
say,
didn't let
let's
me finish.
introduce some balance. Levity is
I
not
wasn't- I
balance.
literally
That
meant
was
levity.
the implication, that was the implication and what you were saying. And
No.
if you meant
You're
humor,
not gonna tell me what I
my
was trying to
first
say.
assessment was correct, that it was
Now you're telling me what I was trying to say.
inappropriate, because
It's
there's
not
no
inappropriate.
space for humor in a conversation that has to do with
And
life
we've
and
been
death.
we've
It
been
shows
battling
the
the whole time.
inanity of your reasoning and the irrelevance of 99.99999% of every comment you contribute to a conversation.
So what I said was.
So, we
can
don't
address
care.
The item that
We
hasn't been
don't
addressed,
care.
which is that
We
it's
don't
inadequately
care.
So.
We
okay,
don't care.
Ma'am, you can.
We don't care. No one cares.
Yeah, you
No one
don't.
cares.
Your personal animus against.
Comment from the survey.
Yeah.
This person has no substance. 92% battle. Somebody deleted that one. We don't care. What's going on?
So like I was saying, the ACA doesn't go for nothing.
What is
Because it's not,
happening?
it does, it's not
TC, take the L, bro. God.
Yeah, I'll take the L. I'll take the L. I'll take the L. I'll take the L. Thank you. I took the L. Now I'd like to finish.
With you, bro.
So the problem is that it's not adequately funded. I took the L, guys. I took the L.
Where?
Bro, shut the fuck up. Like, this
Bro, you can come back tomorrow.
crazy.
TC,
See, you trying to come back all over. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, for real. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You have to be quiet.
Now I gotta
You
shut
have to be the fuck quiet.
Yes, absolutely.
And this is why you be getting put down and then be hollering, they put me down. Because you won't never shut the fuck up, weird nigga.
You guys do this thing.
We will just
It
introduce a
makes you better
cacophony of
within your
voices every
own
time you start
social
talking, so that no one will hear you. Because nobody cares to hear
social
you.
circle.
No one wants to
It's
hear
not
you.
like, guys.
No
I
one
need
wants
y'all to
to hear you.
understand that.
No one wants to hear you.
I love being a
No
big
one
fish in a
wants to
small
hear
pond.
you.
That's
You're
where I
not.
come
You are not in the pond, sir.
You're not big at all.
You are in the reservoir.
You are a slow bitch
You
in a
are
fast
trying to
pond.
reach
In
the
a fast
pond.
river, hoe.
You are trying to reach the pond, and the beavers are building. The beavers are building a dam, and they are not letting you through the dam. The beavers are building. You are in the reservoir, sir. You will never meet the
And you know
pond.
what? I'm glad you're here. Why don't we talk about how you was denouncing Trump last night? You want to talk about everything but that. Let's talk about how you was over there saying how you didn't want to be down with Trump and you were so mad and you were crying. Talk about that. Talk about that. We don't want to hear about health care. Let's talk about why you was mad at Trump. And you were leaving. You might be going back to the Democratic Party because it's so stupid. Don't get on mute now. Come off the phone and now let's chat.
Where was that happening?
Say that.
What you said, it was a lot of criticisms, and be careful because you might have been being streamed.
So he isn't in the pond, but he was in the stream.
So be careful before you lie.
That was actually good. I'll give you that one. That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh, my greatness dazzles you every day. You just can't ever.
I'll give you.
So
Mr.
tell
No
us why
perspective.
tell
Go
us
ahead,
why.
TC.
Finally fed up.
Why would you guys want to do this when we could be talking about a solution? I think I
Because you come in here and talk about Trump every day of your life, and so why you don't want to criticize him in front of us?
So let me ask you a question. If my solution
Blow him in front of us.
if my
Don't
solution
change
is
the
to-
subject.
TC.
Don't change the subject. You're not changing the subject. You're not changing the subject. We're you, sir. You always want a chandelier shine bright in this moment. Respond.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna dip now. You don't want to talk about how you got
TC, why you gotta run now?
That is fuck. Anthony, go get your homegirl. Why your homegirl ran down the street? Why your homegirl at the bus stop? Why your homegirl mad? So we not gonna jump up?
He's looking for a bigger pond.
He gotta catch that sale at Foot Locker.
That's
TC's wild.
She is at the bus stop. She got her little 150 ready.
Not that TC.
But I like when Dr. AJ calls him out because he always got to use a big word and it's always like, bro, out of context. And the right people ahead. Thank you, Dr. AJ.
You're welcome. You're a resident encyclopedia and dictionaries.
Exactly.
I was like T Sizzle. What happened?
He fizzled out.
But I really wanted you culturally to, bring that conversation back. I knew you was gonna say. Anthony, can you speak for your boy? Were you critical too?
Because you came out of pocket to defend his usable word. You said it was used correctly. Against Dr. AG?
I wasn't a part of the room last night, so I don't know what you guys were referring to. I'm finishing off a game of spades. When I'm done, I'll come back and I'll address the whole letter.
I got blood in their name. up in here from y'all. Y'all gotta stop letting up in here from y'all. It can't keep this I can't keep making y'all mute up. Like I can't keep doing this. Y'all gotta stand up to me. Get some balls.
And this is crazy because they want to be taken seriously and they want to argue that TC saying he wants to introduce levity into the conversation about healthcare reasons that he should be taken seriously when levity means a lack of seriousness. Like, what's going on?
Hi, everyone.
This is insane.
I
Remember,
respond to her point, because she made a good point, but I see where he came from too.
TC tries his darndest to be a high fluid, but he's not.
I could use some more big words on him, but I'll wait till he comes back.
Please do. You'd really trip him up. He would start to try to use big words back. Because every time he speaks to Goat, he tries to do that, and Goat always calls him out.
I was like, I have too many big words. I'm a smart ass.
The context for.
It's fine.
Oh, sorry.
But she said something very pertinent, very interesting, but I also see where, because I understand like don't trivialize important topics, but I also believe in like humor is the way to get things ball rolling, so to speak, is the way to get people discussing in the first place.
Okay, and?
And I think it's a matter of like, would you rather not have to discuss at all?
Yes.
Start in some place. I know it's
No,
not the best.
I would rather him not discuss at all.
Well, that's what we need to discuss it to make it
Word
better.
levity.
No, we don't. We don't need to discuss it from him, though.
Okay, well, not from him, but
Okay.
in general we do.
Well, but the point was, we didn't want to hear him.
Oh, girl, just say that.
Yeah, excuse me, did you say girl?
Oh, human being.
Okay, person, yeah, just say that was
Sorry,
sufficient.
I'm-
That's okay. Yes, and we were saying that numerous times, which was also a part of the conversation, his ill manner and disrespect for the moderators trying to regulate the
But
conversation.
what's funny about healthcare? I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I know.
Like I don't get that was your point about that. Like about what's funny about that.
So, no, so it's not funny itself. It's the matter of like, so humor has always been historically the way to just, when you make things lighter, people will then start discussing it. To make any sort of change in general, we need to make people
Can
discuss.
I like? But I want to just bring. I want to just bring some color to this situation. Hell, it's a lot. I have a very dark sense of humor. Like I really think a lot of things are funny that probably shouldn't. But this is not funny. It's really not. Hold on, let me just. Yo, no, you don't interrupt me, bro. For real. So like I just don't see anything about like people going in the hospital, people dying from things that they didn't have to die for, people like just suffering in a place where there's more than enough to go around and for people not to suffer. There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny around it. There's no joke that you can make leading going into that. And I think that may be part of the problem is that we think everything is like something to play with. That's not nothing to play with, for real.
I'm not trying to get you, especially like I was in America for like 10 years. I know your healthcare system is actually demoralizing. It's a choice to live or die in America.
So then why would you come and say that? So
Let me land real quick. I'm so sorry, please. I get it. I try to put that something, but it's that serious. I get where you're coming from, but in the same breath, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And cry gives you wrinkles.
Again, see, this is not.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's triviality as
No,
well.
I'm not trivializing the topic. I think you're assuming that like.
You're introducing triviality into a topic that is very serious, and what
No,
you're saying is that it's inappropriate. We don't want levity. We
Well, I'm
don't
not
want
talking about
it.
just making a fact. Like, the fact is, like, I don't just say to you it's moment in time. Like, in America, it's that bad. Yes, like, live or die is a choice. You have to make that choice because of the health system.
Yeah, but the comment, but but the seriousness of that part is belied by your saying crying gives you wrinkles.
Look, I get where you're coming from, Philly. I get your second point. In the same breath, I was thinking, like, I work in advertising, right?
Okay, we get it.
Just make
Yeah, but we don't want that.
approachable.
I got it.
No,
We
no,
get it.
I kind of resent that, to be honest. It's not about disagreeing. I just want to say something, and it's not to you, but like, if you, I don't think nobody dying, like, that's not funny, y'all. Like, it just ain't funny. It really really ain't. It's not funny, and maybe you never seen a person have something happen to them. Ma'am, don't fucking interrupt me. I'm having a serious conversation. I really don't want you to interrupt me. Just please.
Yeah, but I have some people diabetes just don't seem to.
I don't give a fuck. So, like for real, this is like, we can laugh all day, right? But people really go in the hospital and just don't come out right, you know, or like get in there, get some, you know, have something that was unexpected or something that was expected, and the insurance company won't cover it, right?
Yes.
Things like that happen. So when it's not funny, a man who I'm not even friends with, or even like just said that his parent, you know, passed around that. So I don't think it's nothing, like there's no jokes to like come and can you go on mute? You breathing and stuff, like just go on mute until I'm finished. Just go. So like I think we should have some seriousness. Things should change into like, okay, this is a serious thing, and you don't know who's affected by it. You don't know who's currently being affected. So when you come up here with that jovial, like, you know, whatever you're doing, it's not cute. It's not like self-deprecating, like it's not like oh, this is, I see her angle. It's not. It's a very, you know, difficult thing that we all live with in this country, and that, you know, we all may have to deal with, especially if we have parents, you know, and ourselves. So I don't think it's funny at all, and I really hope, you know, when you do reply, that you don't try to like justify it. Just take that and just kind of just move on, because it's not funny.
What I've learned is that what I've gathered is that first of all, one should gather, how do I say, one should read the audience first. Fair. So I will not be jovial in this situation, and that also, not, we all deal with things very different manners, but I think we should respect other people's ways of dealing with things. So if you're not like a jokey person in the situation, not that, and once again, not saying that it should be jokey, but if this is your room, I will respect that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I'm the most jokey person. Love to joke, but it's not, nobody should be joking about this topic. Someone said they lost a parent. So to me, maybe because I work in the field, that's not just, I'm not gonna laugh about it because like somebody is dealing with it. So you gotta be.
But that's you, ma'am. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you. Stop talking, because right now I'm getting seriously agitated because either you're being intentionally obtuse or you're being passive aggressively infuriating. One of those two are the options, because we have said numerous times that we understand how humor works. And we have also said we are not interested in humor in this conversation. This doesn't mean we don't understand the purpose of humor in conversations, that we don't understand the rhetorical effectiveness of humor. None of that is the case, and we've made that explicitly clear. So for you to continue on this line, it suggests something's going on. Whatever the fuck it is, it's gonna end now. Because we don't want to hear it. Go on mute. We don't want to hear it. It's over. I don't care. I don't care. We don't care. Shut up. Shut up.
look, I literally said.
Okay, fuck off. I'm removing her. Fuck off. Go fuck off in the hallway, goddammit. I'm sick of your shit. What the fuck? These people are, it's, ugh.
And she doesn't know the people.
The conversation was about whether or not TC used the word.
Anthony, can we not go back there? Can we not?
This is stuff.
I'm sure you're not speaking this hill today. Please don't die on this hill.
Yeah, I'm cool with whatever consequences come as a result of
I
that.
really have been waiting for 20 minutes to talk about healthcare. Can we not go back here?
Alright, so all of the land on an ML, TC absolutely used it correctly. That's all I got.
Produce your dictionary definition, sir. Because I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers putting
I
on
think
my
it's all
time.
good.
Produce your dictionary definition, sir. No. This is my regular
You
tenor.
asked for it,
And I
Anthony.
kneel, will have a semantic, we'll have a semantic off. Let's have a meaning buzz off. So you get your dictionary, and I will, scan my brain for my numerous definitions, and we'll just see what happens. And we'll let the audience vote. So let's do it. Let's have a semantic roundabout, why don't we?
Definition of the word levity. Levity is a lack of seriousness,
Oh, stop.
often in the face of something's description itself as flippancy or frivolity.
Frivolity is the word you're reading.
Another L.
So, he was not using it correctly because he was saying he wanted to introduce a lack of seriousness into a conversation where he was offering a serious solution. How do those two things go together, sir?
He wanted, because it was getting heated, ma'am. The conversation was getting heated. In that context,
Oh,
yes.
Anthony.
I'm venturing not to down this
I'm happy to venture down this hill. I'm giving
Hey,
context.
Anthony, when it comes to words,
Come on now,
Anthony,
man.
when it comes to
Why is
words,
it right? Why is
Dr.
it
Age is
she
the
called for
last
a fair one?
person you should
And
question
she
about
called for a
words.
fair one. She called for a fair one. This is what Dr. AG wanted. She wants a fair one. Get out the
That's
way.
what I wanted, but you don't want it. But you
Alright?
did.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy.
I'm trying to save you, Anthony.
ML, I don't need you to save me.
Okay, so
Well,
now
I'm
that
saying
you've
in the
given your
context.
definition, I'm gonna
Okay.
give mine, okay? Levity.
All right.
We're
You
just
said
gonna
what
give the
you said.
definitions. Yeah, okay, go ahead. I'm gonna give the definition
So
and then
the
you can,
context,
hold on.
I'm responding to what
No,
you said.
Anthony,
It wasn't.
no, you don't. Cause see, you gave your definition and then I said why your definition was not correct. So now I'm gonna give my definition and you're gonna tell me why my definition is not correct. Like, right, that's how the roundabout goes. Okay, so here's my definition. Levity, lightness of mind, character, or behavior, lack of appropriate seriousness or earnestness in situations that are of a serious mind. Now, go ahead, continue.
Okay, let's introduce some levity in a serious conversation. This is context. Things were getting heated. Just aggressively tried to repudiate what I said. He tried to call me inconsistent, and he did it in a very aggressive manner. This is the context for TC coming off his mic and saying he'd like to introduce some levity. He recognizes the seriousness of the conversation, but if we could change the tone, make it have a little more levity, a little lighter, then yes, all I'm talking about, whether or not you agree, whether you felt it was appropriate. Hey, I'm about to land.
It's supposed
I'm
to be
about to land, AG. But I'm about to land.
Okay, go ahead.
The context matters. It's embarrassing that you're trying to die on this hill. You try to act so educated, and you're
See, now you're
wrong.
getting to the personal insults. Yeah, now you're getting to the personal insults. I'm above it. I fly above. Okay, so my definition precisely said appropriate seriousness. You did not address that part because my comment to him was that levity was inappropriate in that situation. So you need to address, right, appropriate seriousness. And then the other part of my definition that you're not addressing is earnestness, right? So he was positing that he had a solution. He went back with Culturally for, 2.8 minutes, talking about how he should be allowed to offer his solution. He had thought it through, he wanted to discuss it, right? That suggests he was making an earnest, right, submission, okay? In the course of introducing his earnest submission, he throws in, yes, and then I would like to bring a little levity to the situation because it seems to me that there are some misunderstandings about blah, blah, blah. Levity doesn't fit there. It doesn't fit. It's like OJ's glove, it doesn't fit. So you can continue, on this line, but I object because your response is non-responsive. It doesn't address the sequence of events appropriately, and you're wrong. You are absolutely wrong because the argument was about whether or not levity was appropriate in the context that he was using it, and it wasn't. And then it switched to whether or not levity was appropriate in the conversation. You're arguing the second part, right? It wasn't the appropriate usage of the word. You can continue, but everybody in the audience knows. You know, I won.
Okay.
I won, and I did it without attacking you. And I did it. No, I did it without
You literally
attacking
said
you.
the same
No,
words that I said.
I did
You
it.
literally said the same word, accused me of using to attack you.
I did it without attacking you personally, without attacking your intellect, without attacking your character.
I didn't attack your intellect. I said you were wrong. And that's the same thing you said about me.
I did it without attacking you personally.
How did I attack you, Dr.
But I didn't say,
How did I attack you,
I'm going to
Dr.
tell you, because you say, you always try to pretend you're so smart. What is that about? What is that about?
Because in the context of the conversation, even the way you're speaking right now, Dr. A, even the way that you speak.
I am the least likely person to flex my credentials in conversations. I'm the least likely person to do that. So you're accusing me of doing that? You're accusing me of doing that? It's not only wrong, but it is suggestive of some malicious intent. What? Oh, so now you don't like the way that I speak? What is going on, Anthony?
Type plenty of stuff. You feign ignorance in the chat.
I do not feign
Yes, you
ignorance.
do. You absolutely do. What's he talking about? He's trying to derail the conversation.
That's not
You just
ignorance.
didn't understand the
So
point. That's the ignorance I'm referring to.
You don't understand.
All right?
You do not understand. You do not understand signifying rhetoric. When I say, what is it about? I know
Full of rhetoric. You are absolutely full of rhetoric. You're full of other stuff, but rhetoric is
I am
one
a
of them.
master of rhetoric. You are right. I am a rhetorical negress.
Yes,
I
you are
am
full of rhetoric.
Absolutely.
Rhetoric is dripping out of your pores.
And I
Absolutely.
teach it. And I teach it too. I teach people how to be rhetorically sophisticated. I actually do. Rhetoric is
No, you
important.
can't do teach. I got it. I understand. This
Oh,
I
see,
get it.
again, you
Yeah, now
have to
this is the
insult
personal
me.
attack on you,
Yeah,
right?
again, you do.
This is
You're
a personal
lying,
attack.
though. Why
Those
do
that
you have
can't
to
do
do
teach is a
that?
personal attack on you.
Why do you
This
have
is
to
sad.
do that,
This
though?
is sad.
Why do you have to do that, though? Why do you have to resort to that?
You're not talking about somebody making a personal attack. You won't even. You said you can respond and you keep on talking.
That's not a personal attack.
That's what you've
What's
done.
going on?
You said I can respond. You said you wanted to have a round
Oh,
robin.
that's why you're mad.
You
So
speak
you're mad at me. So you're
I'm
mad at me. And so now you're going to attack me. Oh, now I don't matter.
Every time I see, the very few times we share a stage together, you always comment on anything I say. You're
Oh my
obsessed with
God.
me.
Oh
You're just
my
like
God.
single white female.
Oh my
Did you
God.
cut your hair?
Anthony,
This is where
You gained 280 pounds.
this is where
You rocking a balding right now,
comes forth.
Yeah, get these nuts out of your mouth.
When you can't fairly,
I'm not even pre-diabetic on my A1C
with
jam.
women, when you
Not
can't,
even pre-diabetic on my A1C.
when you can't fairly engage with
You
women,
should wear a sign that
and
says
you are
so.
bested by a woman, you resort to misogynist attacks. Yes.
Listen, it's
I
okay.
bested you at least 4 times in this conversation, sir.
Listen, you haven't bested anything. You just won't stop talking. You won't stop talking. That's all you do. Like I said, you're full of rhetoric.
Get a body
Like literally.
Someone get a body
Literally. Literally. We're like, how many cats do you have, AG?
I don't have any cats. Everybody on this app knows I don't have cats.
Okay, how many
many cats do you have?
Mel, I'm gonna pronounce the time of death as 11:36. I'm not a dog lady. Just pronounce the time of death.
Anthony, you're literally being dog walked.
Absolutely.
Anthony, you're talking about cats. You want to be dog walked.
This is what I expect you guys to say. You know, all up. What do you got?
Anthony, your flex was like, well, I don't have that. I'm not pre-diabetic.
Is the work in the room with us?
Y'all can all get to work.
But it's not good work. You gotta do better. Like, you really get a gay friend, so you can get a little bit more precise in your read. Because it's just not good. You think you be eating it up, and you don't. You don't even be at the stove, bro.
If you walk in the blind and think he wants a
You be all in the living room, think you cooking. You not. You be like on the balcony.
We got another one.
Okay.
Obsessed.
You
My fans.
yelling
Fans,
isn't
all
gonna
my
do anything.
fans, man. All my fans.
span. When he come into our spaces, he come into our spaces on a daily basis. Smack. That makes sense.
Look at my face.
When you guys screaming like this,
Next thing he gonna be saying, no, wire hanger.
I hope you're somebody's track walking. What are you doing? Exercising your body like exercise this mountain.
Where are the wire hangers? Where are the wire hangers?
Make this shit up. All my chilling.
Are you walking? Are you getting this
Look at my
upset?
chilling. Look at my chilling.
Anthony, quick question. How many steps you got into the room? Come on now. Anthony, we're really concerned about your health.
7 MCs, put them all in a line, yo. All of y'all can get it.
This is your
Anthony, you should stop hanging around TC. I listened in the past, you were not that delusional, but now, I don't know. TC's coming off into
Yeah, ML really is true. You're the last one.
You sound nervous.
Not you, ML. ML, you're the last one. You're the last one that would get addressed, ML. Why me? If I was
Why you always address women? Why? Anthony, can I ask you a serious question? Why every time you choose?
Why am I the last?
Hold on, let me ask you. You address Sonny, you address Dr. AG, you address Patty, you address all the girls, but anytime a man steps to you, you always do this.
Yo, man, listen.
You always do this. I'm just wondering. You always back down from dudes.
Yo, Just,
Go
man,
take a walk around the block.
Like you were just going like Dr. AG. You were just going at her like she was a nigga. And as soon as ML saying something, okay, well, what's gonna happen? Okay, what's gonna happen?
I'll play with
Oh, okay, well, what's gonna happen? Stop playing that. So what's gonna happen? So get serious. So get serious.
You the nigga I ain't
So wait, okay, so what's next?
playing with.
All right, so what's next?
You.
So
I'm
what's
not playing
next?
with you.
All right, so what's next?
That's it. That's what I got.
You ain't gonna do
I'm
right,
not playing with
exactly.
you. Yeah, exactly.
So do what you did to Dr. AG to
I don't
me.
react to
Cause
you.
you know I don't play with you like that.
I don't
Just
react
act
to you.
like I'm her bodyguard. So when you think about saying something to her,
I
just
don't
be like,
react
nah,
to
that's just
Yo,
dog her. So
whatever.
I'm scared of him. So I'm gonna be scared of her. Just do that.
Nigga,
Yeah, you
No,
are.
nigga,
You are.
Nigga,
You
please,
are
you
my
work
son,
for
bitch.
UPS, man.
You are my
Nigga,
son.
please, you work
You
for
understand
UPS.
that? You are my son. I'm gonna ask you, bitch.
I'm terrified. I'm
You
terrified.
are daughter.
You'll never have.
You're definitely dead to me.
I don't play with you, Just.
I know, cause you know how deep that
Yo,
is.
Just.
That's
I'm
why.
deal with you a different way.
Cause you know I'm too close.
We
You know
gonna
how
deal with
deep
it a
that
different
is.
way,
You
Just.
know I will beat that ass.
I am not playing with you, Just.
Anthony, you're not
I know you're not. And you know I'm not to be played with. You're exactly right. You know I'm not to be played with. Exactly.
I am not playing with you.
Exactly. But my question is, you go with women. You go with women.
I
You go with
understand
women.
gay rage.
Yeah, but you won't beat it. You won't beat it. Cause I'll beat you up under the sleeves, bitch.
I
You
understand
already
gay
know that.
rage.
You know that,
Gay
right?
rage,
You know I'll beat the fuck out you,
I don't play with
right?
gay rage.
You know I'll beat you
I
up,
don't play
right?
with you, Andrew Cunanan.
You know that, right? You right. You know that,
I don't
right?
play with you,
And
Andrew Cunanan.
you know what he did, right?
I understand gay
You know what
rage.
he did, right?
I understand. You're
Yeah, so stop playing with me. But answer the scared to do
ready
that.
for gay
So my
rage.
question
I don't
is,
play with you,
why
Just.
do you? I know,
don't play
girl.
with you.
We have established that.
Like I said,
Anthony.
So why do you play with
Ain't
women?
nobody scared of you, Just.
Why do you play with women? Why are you yelling?
Listen.
Why you out your body?
Well, you ain't yelling?
Why you out
You
your
ain't
body?
yelling?
No, this is how I
Now you
talk.
going- now-
This is how I talk.
Okay, now you're gonna tone police.
Anthony, do you want to meet, girl? Like you yelling like you want to talk to me in
Just, we've
person.
been down this
We can have this conversation in person,
We've been
mama.
down this road
We
before.
can. And I'll twist them big ass titties around and punch you in your face.
Just,
Girl,
we've
can
been
you answer the
down this
question?
road before.
Right, and you pumped out.
We've been down this
Right.
road before, Just.
Right, and you got scared. So why do you keep going at women? Yeah.
Just, so
All right, so we gonna meet right now. Do you want to meet? Do you want to meet, my girl? Do you want to meet?
I went private.
Do you want to meet, my girl?
Yo,
Right now. Right now. You sound like you got free time. I
Just,
You want to meet?
I asked you a
And that
question.
you talking about doing something right now.
Yo, Just,
Stop.
listen.
I don't do all that
Yo,
gas test.
stop.
I'm
I ain't
about right
stopping
now
shit.
action.
I said,
I got
don't
free
play
time.
with
I got a
you.
full tank of
I
gas.
don't
You
play
want to
with
meet?
you.
All right,
I
so
don't play
all right,
with you, Just.
all right, girl.
I don't
So
play
why
with you.
you keep playing with
I don't
women?
play with you.
Why do you
Let's
keep
be
playing with
clear.
women?
I don't
That's my
play
only
with you.
question.
Just,
Why you keep
I
playing
don't
with
play
women?
with you.
And you keep
I
repeating
don't
it.
play.
You're such a
Just,
scary girl.
Listen.
So
Listen.
sissy. Such a
Yeah,
sissy.
I know. Ain't nobody more sensitive than you, Just.
Okay.
Nobody.
But you don't want to, you out your body. I'm asking you why you keep playing with women.
I'm out
But
my body.
anytime ML says something to you,
Just,
I say something to you, you always want to, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Why?
Just,
I know that. We already know I'm the one for you. I'm like Allen Iverson. I'm the answer. I'm the answer.
You don't
We already know why you don't play with me. Because you know I will slap your fat ass. You know that.
You don't even know.
You know I will. You know I will.
Just talk is cheap. Talk is free.
Well, what's up?
Free.
What's up?
It's free.
What's up, girl? What's up?
Just,
You want to meet me in your Tesla Plaid that you don't have?
Oh my
You want to meet me
God.
in that?
Just listen, man.
Anthony, I'm the answer. I'm Allen Iverson to you, girl. Just answer my question. This is a losing battle. I'll beat you up in real life. I'm going to wear you out on this app. So just stop. You good. You know how you've been avoiding me? Keep doing that because that's the best for you.
Just,
Because I'm going to fuck you up every time.
I want to be clear, all right? Nobody's
Be
scared.
skinny. Be slim. Don't be clear.
Okay.
Lose
Okay,
weight.
cool. Yeah.
Be healthy.
That too. That's all good. That's all good. Yo, I'll beat all of that.
You are. You're a big ass bitch. You have to be.
Whatever you say
You have
I am,
to be.
I am.
You're a big cholesterol,
Whatever you say I am.
fat,
But just
cheese
guess what?
bitch.
Just guess what?
What?
You wake up in the morning and you're still you. You
Yeah,
still
a
got
fat bitch.
you. You're
A
still
fat
you.
bitch. Intelligent,
Still you,
more pulled up.
Just we
A lot
know
cuter.
what you do. Just
healthy,
we know what you do.
sound of mind and body.
We know what you do.
Yes. I'm
We
that
know
girl.
what you do.
Yes, I'm
You're
yes.
still you.
Yeah, I'm that girl.
Every day you gotta wake
That
up and
girl.
be just.
Yeah.
We know what
And
you
you
do.
have to wake up and put a hula hoop on as a belt and kiss your ugly ass wife who's a Trump supporter.
Just listen.
Everybody, Anthony, you gotta look at that.
That's crazy.
Anthony, you should be laughing at that one. That should be funny.
Your wife is taller than you, my nigga. Your wife is taller than you. Picture with green card on, girl. I know you cry yourself. You lied about having a Tesla Plaid. You are just sad, girl. You're a sad bitch.
This is the worst day of your life. First, you start out, you got bested by a black girl. Now, you have been totally humiliated by a black girl.
I got humiliated. I got humiliated. Absolutely.
So, you know what, dude? Show shame. Embrace shame.
Listen, man.
Embrace
I'm
shame.
dealing with
It's your
freaking
friend.
geeks right now.
Shame is your
I'm
friend.
talking to a barren cat lady, Dr. AJ. You are a barren
Look, you
cat
ain't say
lady.
none of this to me. Look, now you going out like this. Scared.
You're a whole barren cat
Oh my
lady.
God, I am so
Now you want to take the glove off when it's for a woman.
You have nothing. You talk down some students and you think you the shit.
Oh my God.
Yo, you
I bet you asked him to be brother. I bet you he'll be pretty quick.
I'm gonna
He
write
wants
about
like
this
you.
in my
You
book.
got nothing, Dr.
I'm
AG.
gonna write about this in my fourth.
All right, you should write about it because you have no life. You have no life, Dr. AG. You should write about it. You gotta take up all of those hours doing something.
And just give me the address and I'll go.
You gotta take up those hours doing something, Dr. AG. Dr. AG, you said you don't have a cat. You don't have a dog. We know you ain't got
Why
no
are you
kids.
so aggressive with
We
her?
know you ain't got no kids.
Do you wanna
We
fight?
know you ain't got no kids. What you got, Dr. AG?
Fight.
What's your legacy, Dr.
Anthony, do
AG?
you wanna meet me?
What's
in
your
fight?
legacy?
Because at
What
this
you got?
point,
Is your dissertation your legacy?
it's
Is
for
that
the
your
ring.
legacy?
It's for the ring.
What you got?
What is wrong with
What
you,
you
bro?
got?
Why are you
You
going at
married
this girl
cat
like
lady.
this? You're crazy.
Nobody ever chose you.
Oh.
You're a very cat lady. You are a very cat lady. Nobody picked you, Dr. AG. Nobody ever wanted to be with you, Dr. AG.
Oh no, I don't have kids. I don't have a drag my wallet.
You got nothing, Dr. AG.
You know what? So
You got nothing, Dr. AG.
in my other life, I
You're
do
married and
Big voice clips.
you have a vapid life. You live a vapid life. Your existence, you know, Dr. AG.
That's not
Man did it right here to meet and fight and everything, but it's a cat lady.
Anthony, man, she gonna call Lorraine on you, and Lorraine gonna be mad you showing off like at a clubhouse.
Okay, Dr. AG, nobody would do
It
this.
doesn't work there.
Anthony, she gonna call Lorraine on you and ask Lorraine why you acting up on clubhouse.
Nobody would know this. If you were gone, nobody would think of
Oh,
you.
that's mean.
Nobody would even notice.
You fat.
They would know.
That is like you're acting fat.
Too much, Anthony.
You're shrugging your shoulders.
So
Look, she
Anthony,
mad. This bitch is
What,
mad.
Dr. AG? What happened to Dr.
have
AG?
you been Googling me on the
What,
internet?
Dr. AG?
Have you been
The
Googling me
Barry
on the
cat lady.
internet?
Anthony, what
The
you got?
Barry cat lady. That
Have
nobody
you been
would know this
Googling
was
me on the
going.
internet?
The Barry cat lady.
Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
And this is why
No,
Anthony
nothing.
is blocked.
You
This
got
is why he is
nothing.
blocked. Because
You
this
have
level,
nothing.
this level of
You
vitriol,
don't own a
and this
home.
level of verbal
You don't have
violence
shit.
against someone because
You don't
they
have
invested
shit.
you in a
This is
definition
why.
A man just talks to you all kind of crazy ways.
This is why Anthony is blocked.
it signals
This
a
is
level
why
of
Anthony is
violence
blocked.
that should not be tolerated.
This is why Anthony is
It makes
blocked.
no sense.
That's okay, Dr. AJ. I'll see him one
Based
day.
on being vested in conversation,
Slap that bitch with a whiplash
invested
ball.
in a conversation about
I look forward
definitions,
to it.
being
You look
vested
forward to seeing me, so let's meet up now.
Let's listen to the
This
Barry
lady
cat
up,
lady.
bitch.
this level
Let's
of
listen to the
violence,
Barry cat lady.
this level
Let's listen to her.
of blood
Barry
pressure
cat lady.
raising vitriol. It is
Yeah.
unhealthy and it is
Yeah.
unsafe. And I
Yeah.
pity the women in your life. I
Yeah.
pity the women in your life
Yup.
because
Yup.
they are at risk for
Yup.
harm. Because
Yup.
you, sir,
I hear
are-
your voice cracking,
you,
Barry
sir,
cat
oh,
lady.
you
Look at you. Listen to your
here.
voice crack.
Oh, babe.
Listen
oh,
to your
babe.
voice crack. I hear
you're
it
sadly
cracking.
mistaken, sir.
Anthony,
I hear
why
it
you so
cracking.
You're
juvenile?
sadly mistaken.
Anthony,
I
why
hear
you
it cracking.
Anthony, why you so juvenile?
All y'all men go up
Your
and
sad existence.
You wish you had the power to
Yeah.
demean me. You wish
Yeah.
that, but you don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
The facts
Because you are
hurt.
an
Facts
unfulfilled,
hurt.
you are an
The facts
unfulfilled,
hurt.
unsatisfied,
Facts hurt.
I suspect
Yes, yes,
involuntarily
yes,
celibate,
yes,
overweight, underachieving.
yes.
Mindless
I'm married and
man.
involuntarily celibate.
Yeah, because
Yes,
your wife
okay.
sleeps in another
Yes,
room. I think
yes,
she
my
lives
wife.
in another house.
You know
I
who
think
sleeps
she
in the
lives
other
in
room?
another
With another
Who
man.
sleeps in your
With
other room?
another man.
You know who sleeps in?
Oh my
Angie, when's the last time you seen a penis? When's the last time you seen a penis? You want to talk about
I
involuntary
live in my
celibate?
car.
When's the last time you seen a penis, Dr. AJ? During the Reagan administration. The last time you saw a penis was during the Reagan
Mind you,
administration.
a man just invited him to a fight. Wouldn't say shit to me.
Alright?
This is how I know you
The
pussy.
last
last time you seen?
This is how I know you
Reagan
pussy. A
administration
gay
was the
man
last
just called
time
your
you seen
wife
a
ugly.
freaking
I
penis.
wasn't
And you
alive
would
when
say
the
shit to
Reagan
me.
I
administration.
wasn't alive during the Reagan administration. Whatever. We don't believe you. You need more people.
Are you happy?
I'm
Are
ecstatic.
you happy now?
I'm ecstatic.
Anthony.
Glad, because
Anthony.
this is everybody.
Anthony.
This is what's beautiful about this, because
I am
any
ecstatic.
person who had
You literally went after a
You
woman like
got
that.
it.
any person who had
You
any
got
doubt that you were a virulent misogynist, you
Yeah.
have now demonstrated it. And I hope
Yeah.
that all of those people
Yep.
will treat
Uh-huh.
you with the kind
Yep.
of disrespect
Yep.
that you deserve
Absolutely.
for your behavior.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
good job.
Absolutely. Great job.
You're
Cat
doing
lady.
babe. You're
Barren
doing
cat
great,
lady.
babe.
Barren cat lady.
Okay, JD.
You sound mad, sis.
Anthony.
No, no, ML, no.
Just let it go, ML. He gotta catch his breath. Let it go.
She got beat all across the top of her head. Yeah, let's let it go. I mean,
niggas today, boy. Again, got it.
we did have I will say that we did have the privilege, and we were fortunately blessed to see, and you don't rarely see this. I'm an aficionado of boxing and sports, and rarely do you see someone actually get knocked out in the same round. It's a unique experience, and I think that we should take some moments to appreciate it and really glean the uniqueness of the moment. I think it was spectacular, and it was extremely unique. So it has been a fortunate morning to watch a incredible thing to happen. And thank you for providing. Here it goes, Dr. AD. Thank you for providing levity, sir. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist it, but yes.
If I gave GA that work, but I would break GA's heart. But I'm gonna leave him alone. It's all good. GA ain't an enemy. I'm gonna let GA live. All GA needs sentence. One sentence would eviscerate GA. That's all you need for GA.
Thank you so much. You act like you really spare somebody say it, bitch. I'm the only bitch in your city, and you won't say shit to me or meet up with you. You want to fight with everybody out of town. There's a bitch right here that wanted with you, and you won't do nothing.
Just, I'm scared. Listen, I want to say it on the stage right now.
I know, girl. You better say it. You better say it, bitch.
I'm afraid for my life,
Speak
Just.
up, bitch.
I am afraid for my
You
life.
know what my bitch just
And
said?
that's
She's
why,
scared.
and this is why I'm not engaging with you. Because I'm
I
scared
know,
for
because
my life.
my bitch is a pussy.
This bitch is scared of that bitch.
That bitch is
I am
scared.
fine. Turn on Ricky. Please, put it on ML.
This fat bitch is scared of this fine bitch.
Record this.
That fat bitch
I want the
is
world
scared
to
of this
know.
fine bitch.
I just started the recording. Can you repeat
I
it?
am scared. Please record it. I'm scared for my life.
Don't leave out the bitch.
I'm scared. He called me a bitch. All right. He's asking me to meet up. He has threatened me.
I stopped the recording.
He has physically threatened me multiple occasions. He's threatened me with
Notice how he
guns as well.
switched up. Notice
He's
how he
threatened me with
switched
guns
up.
as well.
And I
He has
said,
threatened me with
Now you
guns as
trying to
well.
edge.
notice
He
how
has
he
threatened
switched
me with
up.
guns as well. I am scared.
He was playing on it, man.
You are not like that. You are not like that, girl.
I need
You're not like that.
protection.
And this is why I don't do what you
He
girls
says
do.
that he's in my city.
Oh my
He
God.
says he's in my
Oh
city.
my God.
I need to
He's trying to use entrapment on you. He thinks he's an undercover cop trying to use entrapment.
Yes, he was doing all that bad talking first. And then when I said I'm recording, now he's trying to list all the things that culturally is against him.
I'm stupid, because while she was doing all that, I just went and took a picture of the back channel. So if you ever try to get live, I got those heath. Make sure you know what you're doing. You're a dumbass bitch. You're
scared, just please. I'm scared. I don't want the smoke, just please, don't hurt me, just.
What's going on?
Please stop threatening me, just
What is
please.
going on? I thought I was the white lady. It sounds like some white lady in right now.
Oh, Karen.
You should hear the plea cop.
I'm scared of this dude.
I know, you should hear the plea
You
cop.
know what just would do to me. Oh my God.
Right.
Stop.
Beat you right about your hula hoop belt.
Pick me up out of my hula hoop belt. That's what he would do to me. Yes, y'all.
Take them big ass titties with them big ass areolas and twist them.
This is what he would do to me. This is
Anthony,
what he would do to me.
I think this
Alright?
is disgusting.
We're gonna pretend that Clubhouse it does not have recordings of these rooms. Like replays are on, but Clubhouse does not have recordings of these rooms. We're gonna pretend that
Okay. Stop talking.
They are not being
Stop
recorded.
talking.
We're gonna pretend like that's not the case.
Stop talking because you're boring. Stop talking because you're boring. We're over you now.
That's what we're gonna.
That's corny.
We're over you now. I'm quitting you. We break up. I'm quitting you. I quit you. I quit you.
You're a 4-year-old virgin. You're a
I'm
40-year-old virgin.
76. I'm 76.
40-year-old virgin ass cat.
I'm 76 and I'm a nun. So stop. Stop personally attacking me. I will send my Jesus angels after you. I have the power.
Dr. Edgy, you should send the Paula White African ones. That way you can be colonized properly.
GA, man, you keep pushing, GA, you keep pushing.
Disingenuous.
Girl, snap. Like, just snap, girl. Like, she act like she's soft. She's on the edge. I'm stepping on your fingers.
GA, when I snap, don't get hurt. Alright? You jumped in the car. You jumped in the car, GA.
Not you threatening people.
No threats of physical violence. Nobody can say that I threaten physical violence
we
to anybody.
We can.
Nobody.
We can.
Yeah, I think I might can. I think I might can.
Nobody.
I got a few of them.
I beg you not to go down this.
Is never
I beg you not to go down this hill. Anthony, as a friend, I beg you not to down this hill. It was not worth it. There's other hills you could have gone.
GA, I actually like you, GA, so I ain't gonna say nothing, man. I actually like you, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
He's only trying to fool the public, but when it comes to
Dusty, I ain't got no special pride on me. Just, whatever.
You have so many more
give you the wrong impression, cause he's so
all the time I'm gonna lie about
all the time. That's what it didn't know to me. Oh, Lord, please.
Dr. Amy.
This is your biggest plan. We get it to you. I think the election got to you, and this is how it's coming out. Because you crashing out, my girl. Like, you crashing out. You keep crashing.
Poor Dr. AG.
Is it that the election
Poor
got to
Dr.
you?
AG.
Those results came
Poor Dr.
in,
AG.
and you was upset.
I understand. I understand why you chose the profession you chose.
You tell
I
me
understand why you chose
You
it.
don't know my profession, sir.
I don't know your profession.
look, she mad. It's like,
Go Spartans, go green, go right. Spartan, what's your profession? Yeah, that's the chant from my school. Go green, go white.
Yep. Now, here comes another one.
crash out.
Here's another fan. Here's another fan. We got another one. Another one has entered the building.
see a trend? Does anybody see a trend here?
I do. The trend track marks.
That's the trend I
What's
see.
the common denominator?
What's going on, Anthony, with the bad D?
Common
What's the radius of your waist?
what?
Hey, girl.
Black women and what? What's the common
You
denominator?
talking about people
Black women and what?
Bitch, hold on. You
So,
talking
what do you mean black?
Okay.
You
Matt,
talking
I
about
respect
people being
gay
40-year-old virgins. Your booty hole should be a virgin,
Okay.
but you get fed different
Okay.
like your white
All right.
bitch. You
All
get
right.
fucked in your
Matt.
booty hole, your
Matt.
retarded, slut,
Matt.
dumb, dusty
Matt.
ass bitch.
Matt.
Nobody give a fuck about
Come
you.
out the closet, Matt. You're straight. Matt, why don't you tell the world you're straight? We know your secret, Matt. Matt, you're straight.
Your face looks
You're
like a
straight,
motherfucking tiger.
Stop trying to cosplay as a gay guy. You're straight.
What's on your
Matt, you're straight. We all know your secret. We know you're straight, Matt. Matt, we know you're straight. You're straight,
Why
Matt.
don't you get your
You
cock
are
out off the
straight.
stage,
We know that
bitch,
you're not
and go
gay.
find
You
the white
pretend to be
person
gay,
who's
Matt.
trying to shove up your booty hole. You know you like it up your butt, bitch.
You're
Talking
straight.
about gay
You
race,
like
bitch.
pussy.
You
You're
love
straight,
the
Matt.
gays, bitch.
Matt,
You
you're
love it when you
straight.
pretend to be a bottom
Why are you
dumbass
pretending to be
white
gay,
hoe.
Matt?
And you're mad about
Matt,
it,
why are
bitch.
you
You
pretending
put your
to be
white
gay?
face on every morning before
Why
you
are
leave
you
the house.
pretending to be gay? We
You
know
got
you're
dandruff
straight.
all up in your head, bitch.
We
You
know
so
you're
wide
straight,
out,
Matt.
bitch.
We
Shut
know.
your G.I. Jane
You're a
ass the
fake
fuck
gay
up,
guy.
home.
You're not
We're
even
sick
really
of you
gay.
and we're bored. You're mad
You're
that
not
we cracked
really
sweat
gay.
last
You
night,
wanna
night
act like
before
you
last
can
and all the
dress
other
and
nights,
you
bitch.
do
And we're gonna keep
We're
sleeping,
acting a
bitch.
straight
Just
guy.
like you need
You're
to
a straight
your
guy.
house up, bitch. All this
You
damn
weren't
broke
pretending
ass
to be
top
clear eyed
from
for straight
your
guy.
crib.
You're a straight
You nasty
guy.
ass project living whore. You
Yo,
need your
you're-
snap
you're
bitch.
the straight
Get out
guy.
of why you on stage right now.
You are the
need to
straight
exert your
guy.
energy, bitch.
You
know
wanna
you ain't had a
pretend to
meal
be
in 5
gay.
to 6 weeks. Shut the
You
fuck up,
wanna
hoe.
pretend to be
We're
gay.
bored. We're bored.
I
And you're
was so
upset,
young, Matt.
bitch.
Matt.
And you're upset about
Matt.
it.
It's
You won't
okay.
even go fight justice.
It's
You wanna
okay,
fight
Matt.
Dr. A.T.
Matt, it's
Carter,
okay.
bitch. You're
It's
a
okay,
pussy
Matt.
ass bitch.
Matt,
You got
it's
hemorrhoids
okay.
up your butt.
It's
And you
okay,
sad,
yes,
bitch.
yes,
Your
yes.
teeth falling out.
Black
Your
women-
gut, your
black
penis is
women-
uneven. You
black
don't got a
women-
hairline. Bitch, your job clearly
Black
don't
women
have you as an
and the
employee.
gays.
You ain't a nurse, bitch.
Black women in the gays.
You don't work at no hospital or no
Black
urgent
women in the
care.
gays.
Bitch,
The
you
black
are a
women and the
secretary, bitch. Why are
The
you not
black
saving
women
lives,
and the
bitch?
gays.
Do no harm.
all we
Bitch,
have
don't
here. This is
motherfucking,
what we got.
Your sworn
We
motto.
I'm
What
gonna
the
try
fuck
to
you
get
gonna
another
do
gay
no
dude.
harm, bitch? You do harm
you
every
gonna
day you
tag
walk
in
out the
another
door,
gay
bitch. You
dude?
killing people's eyesight,
Are
bitch.
you going to
You
tag
make
in
us
another
jump
gay
off the
dude?
bridge every time we look at you. Every
I
time you hear your
understand,
slow
man.
accent.
I
You know,
understand, and you should stare at a picture of me as you walk over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Bitch, we
You
ain't
should
even
stare
you
at
ain't
my
never gonna
picture as you
get
walk
your
over the Brooklyn Bridge.
in office.
That's what
Get
you
your ass
should do.
back where the fuck you came from.
Yeah,
Grenada eyes and nigga motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be out from the
yeah.
doorstep, bitch.
Yo,
You're gonna be
okay.
back where you belong. Back in the wilderness, bitch.
Okay.
Fucking up, getting
Yo,
these nasty
you understand that I live in
living
Georgia,
out the
right?
fucking
You
forest.
understand that I live in
Nasty
Georgia.
ass forest
I just
dwelling
want you
bitch.
to understand
And
that I
you're
live
mad
in
about
Georgia.
it. You
Read
got
between the
yellow
lines.
Your skin
It's all
ugly.
good.
You got
I will
wrinkles. Your
defend
pain
myself
and you're
at
mad.
all
And you
costs.
come on Clubhouse
I will
every
defend
day
myself
because
against
that's what
gay
you look
rage.
like, bitch.
I
Like
will
you
not
just
be a
said,
victim of gay
that's
rage.
your reality.
I will
And
not
you're
be a
mad
victim
about
of
it.
gay rage.
Yeah,
Because that would be
I will not be a
suicide.
victim of gay rage.
right there
I will
in your
not be a victim
sitcom.
of gay rage.
Why don't you go
I will
get beat
defend
up?
myself against
We
gay
can laugh,
rage.
bitch. We're trying to
I
laugh.
will defend myself
Bitch,
against
I'm
gay
Harris,
rage.
that we're gonna have joy.
I will
wanna have
defend
joy.
myself against
I
gay
wanna see
rage.
you get beat the fuck
I
up.
will
by a
defend
gay
myself
man
against gay
off
rage.
the app. Bitch,
I
wanna see
will
what you do,
defend
bitch.
myself
You can't
against gay
swing,
rage.
hoe. You can't do
I will
nothing,
defend
bitch.
myself
All you
against
know
gay
how to do
rage.
is lie about your broke ass
will
life.
defend
Your
myself
wife don't
against
wanna
gay
fuck
rage.
you even with a strap on. Ain't
I
that
will
sad, bitch?
defend myself
Ain't
against
that
gay rage.
sad,
Nobody
bitch?
is raging against you,
Yeah.
sir. Like,
Defend myself
you're
against gay
ridiculous.
rage.
Yeah.
Ridiculous,
I
Anthony.
will defend myself
Yeah.
against gay
All you
rage.
do is attack girls, and I told you every
I
time
will
you do
defend
that,
myself
that I'm
against
gonna say
gay
something
rage.
to you.
Matt, you're too strong for me.
Because
You
you
take
are
dick in your ass,
such,
Matt.
and
I'm
you
not
do
a
too.
man that takes dick
You
in
do
his ass,
too.
man.
Matt, you take dick in your ass. How can I argue? How can I win a fight with you?
You're screaming on top of that phone.
In your ass.
You gotta forgive me and make you screaming on your
fight with you. You're the reason why Cuomo had a good campaign, even though we lost. You got him all that money with your booty hole. You prostitute for Republicans. I don't know why they want to cut your ass. You George Santos looking motherfucker, and you're mad about it. And you're the black version of George Santos. You're one of them glory hole niggas. Grand old pussy. And I know you're upset that you don't have a pussy. You too can have a pussy. You are whore. You take dick in your ass. Why don't you take the first doorstep and offer up your son? How am I gonna win against some niggas that take dick in his ass? Because I heard his how can I win? Off, girl. How can I win against a nigga who takes dick in the ass? I need to understand that. You're gonna lose in 26. I need to understand. There's nothing I can do with you. You take dick in your ass. You're immune to everything. Like I said, bitch. You're immune to pain. You are immune to pain. You are immune to pain. You take dick in your ass. You fucking glory hole, nigga. You're upset. How the fuck? Girl, shut the fuck up. What am I gonna do with you, man? What can I do, man? What can I do? What can I do against a nigga that takes dick in his ass? Exactly. You're wrong, and you ain't gonna. How can I win against a nigga that takes dick in his ass? You already lost. You already lost. You had
people's sexual positions. We can move on, niece. You ain't about no action.
Right.
And I really think no, but seriously,
I don't want you guys to beat me up.
I know you don't. So I think that you're afraid of. I think that that election last night really got to you. A lot of y'all, like you, TC. I noticed y'all are really on edge today or whatever. And I get it. Y'all been talking shit like, oh, we won. Forget it, we won. And y'all really got washed last night. And that's an indication of what's to come. So I know you over there with your booty all clenched up. But let's relax a little bit.
PTR me. I got a whole nother fan, yo.
I know you're ugly. I'm always gonna be here. And then I just noticed how your top lip like dips in a little bit, kind of like a predator style. I don't know what's going on with that. You're hideous.
Study.
Oh, I am, girl. I already did. I got some other pictures in my phone. It's not your face. Like, I would have let the face lie. It's the way that you're shaped with the head. It's the way that you're built. It's the way that you're built that's the key to me. Like, it's your build, your overall build. I didn't know that you was even, like, how are you this big? You're like a small hand. And I didn't even know, like, you look at Anthony, you never think he's as big as he is. Just imagine, like, he has a really small head with, like, an egg-shaped body.
Yes.
You big and fat and funky. So I understand why you're so upset and mad and so mad at women. I know. Just go to the gym, girl. Like, you are so...
Go to the gym, girl.
Girl.
You ugly girl.
Yeah, I know you ugly as shit.
Girl.
Judge, you know you can use your BMW facial recognition to find Anthony anywhere in the city.
I know.
It was like,
Like, girl, you are ugly.
Anthony,
Like I said, Anthony, I see why you like this. And when I saw your whole body,
for years,
I understood. Then I was like, oh, I see why she act like this. This bitch is hurt. That's fine, girl.
Homosexuality was
That's fine.
classified
That's
as
fine.
mental
What I'm not,
illness.
though, guess what I'm not? I'm not mad.
Mental
Hold on. I might be
scared of
mentally
gay
ill.
rage.
I might be mentally ill, but I'm not fat. I'm not shaped like you.
Okay,
And that's
no
going to help me
problem.
with my mental fortitude. Because I don't have to go through life knowing that I'm built like that. And there's nothing you can do about it. Bitch, you are hongy as fuck. You are built like, you are really built like a tube of toothpaste. You are fucked up. You're built like so this is all you have, baby.
That's what I am.
This is it.
That's
Coming
what I
on
am.
here
We got
screaming at
Barry Cat
people.
ladies
Because you know in real life,
This is what
you
we got.
wouldn't say none of this to
We
me in
got
real life
Barry
because you
Cat
know I would
ladies and
flame
gay
you up, bitch. You
Oh
look
my
terrible.
God.
You look
Oh my God.
terrible.
You would flame me up?
You look terrible.
Is that
Yes,
another
my girl.
threat? Is that another
You're
threat?
terrible.
Are you
said
threatening
look
me
terrible.
again? I'm
Yes, to
scared.
roast you, I'm definitely
Just, I
threatening
am
to roast
scared.
you. Yes, absolutely.
I am, no.
Yes, flame you, cook you,
The fifth
keep it cute.
You run the city.
You better keep it cute, ho.
You
I
run the
I
city.
know that's very difficult for you because you're
You
fat
run
and
the city.
disgusting and all.
You
But,
run
you know,
the
you better
city.
keep
You
it
that
cute.
dude. You that dude, Judge.
Why you screaming? Why you
You that
screaming?
dude. You're not screaming, Judge. Only me.
Yeah, only you.
That's
Only
Jefferson
me.
Starship.
That's just how you talk.
Hey, Anthony,
Come on,
is
come on,
it
Thursday.
You can't make this shit up.
That's what I'm saying, Anthony.
You can't make this shit up.
Bitch, you look like Meg from Family Guy, ho. You are toe up from the motherfucking flow up. Beat up from the feet
And
up,
the sight
bitch.
of it makes you want to throw up.
Anthony, man, those are Anthony, you're the real Rolling Stones, bro.
UGL fucking Y, you ain't got no fucking alibi, bitch. That's all I need to say to you. Anything that's going wrong in life, I can just say, well, Anthony's still ugly and built like that. So that makes me feel better. I sleep better at night knowing that you're built like a bag of shit.
And you wake up the morning still
Yeah.
you. You wake up in the morning with a sore ass, still you.
A sore ass, well,
You get fucked by your
Sore
my
ass.
ass, okay, well, let's say that. You wake up fucking sore ass from motherfucking untreated motherfucking hemorrhoids, bitch.
Tell him. Mama, man. I mean it. We take you down. He wakes up with a sore ass still him. A night of glory holding.
Nigga, you bathhouse prowling ass faggot. Shut your big booty up, bitch.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why does he know this?
Bitch, you booty.
Big booty
Shut
dude.
the fuck up. Hey, including your wife.
This is
Your
really
bathhouse.
sad.
Walking around. Just imagine walking around Atlanta looking like somebody's auntie.
I don't
A bunch of
understand.
Look,
Barren cat people.
Stand up right now. Stand up right now. And I bet it make a lot of noise when you stand up because you got a lot of material, you
A
big
bunch
bitch.
of Barren
You
cat
big
people.
fat bitch.
This is
Barren
insane.
cat people. Carry on.
This is insane.
The glory hole and the buzzsaw
Damn,
is
Anthony, you got body, bro.
Somebody, wherever he is, somebody just needs to tap him and tell him he's dead.
he got it.
No,
That's too
yeah,
much.
sick, man,
I
Anthony.
see a trend. I see a trend. We got a trend going.
Anthony, you
We
took
gotta
the
try.
L and leave. You see TC
I
left,
see a
you took
trend.
the L and left. You just
I see a
recycling
trend.
your L.
You
You
know,
recycling another L.
ML, do you know what the L in ML stands for, nigga?
Yes, Lorraine, your wife's name. That's what it stands for. It stands for Lorraine, your wife's name. That's what it stands for.
You know what the hell the name of stands for? Bitch, shut your stupid ass the fuck up, bitch. Lethargic, that's what it stands for.
That's what it stands for. I am master of Lorraine.
Okay.
Yes, you know
So
your wife's name, right?
we're bringing wise into this, right?
Anthony,
This is crazy.
You're bringing
Stands
wise
for
into
later,
this,
which is what you use to loop up Cisco.
you want Tim Rentals?
ML, why did your wife divorce you, ML?
Stop.
Why did she divorce you, ML?
Shut the fuck
ML,
up.
why did your wife divorce you,
Master
ML?
of Lorraine.
Yeah, y'all doing
Okay.
too much now.
ML, why did your wife divorce you?
Y'all doing too much.
Why?
Is he really?
Bro, I was married.
Too much.
I was married for 18 years. My wife and I have been
Oh, now they doing
friends.
it.
My ex-wife.
Okay, yo, ML, why did your wife divorce you, homie?
Can we just find
When I was,
Yo, homie,
in
why did your wife
America,
divorce you since you want to be this?
No, I know.
Why did your
Let's put up
wife
the
divorce
shit.
you?
He said to his wife, I don't like taking out pictures. So every time he takes out of his wife, behind her. I want to see this big ass.
ML, why did your wife divorce you, my nigga?
My husband always
why does your wife live 3 doors down?
Why did your wife
Exactly.
divorce you,
Probably
ML?
with 3 doors down. But why does she
Anthony.
3 doors down?
Why make it make sense?
I'm divorced and I'm married right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, my G. But why did your wife divorce you?
Hey, listen.
It's on you, my nigga.
Listen,
You're a
I
man.
was married to a... Listen,
Women don't leave
Anthony.
good men.
Anthony,
Women
it doesn't
don't
make
leave
any
good
sense.
men. Don't leave good men, loser.
We're not gonna even
Coach Lee, check your back channel. Coach Anthony, check your back channel.
Is this dude 52 years old? Like,
My.
Is he?
CEO, I was just at the airport. I'm in the car now.
You back in LA or what?
Yeah, I just landed. I just was.
Not CEO shutting down.
CEO can attest to me being 5'2", morbidly obese, and super ugly. He can attest to that.
We can attest to it, girl. You got a picture out.
We got to a day that's great and
That's just ridiculous.
CEO, guess what I found out
It just
today?
makes more sense to see why you act like this.
This is breaking news. I found this out today. That the A in Anthony stands for alopecia Keisha. Yeah, alopecia.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
You
it.
can't ever hear my man.
Stay out of this. He was literally horrible to Dr. A.G. He says the most vile thing to Dr. A.G. And
He said the most
Yeah, but
vile
y'all-
thing. Nigga, I say the most vile thing to your ass, ML.
Look,
yeah, I'm a man, bro. You were going after a woman. But you talk about
Why
my...
did your wife leave you? That's all I want to know.
Nigga, I already told you.
Nigga, if my wife ever divorces me, it's my fault. It's my fault. If my wife ever divorces me, it's my fault.
Yes.
Do you really think you're eating? Like, shut up. Shut up. None of this makes sense.
Imagine I'm gonna end the divorce. And I'm like, okay,
Your wife is with you for some type of benefit.
and
We know. You're transparent.
Nobody like you, Anthony. You're ugly.
We can see through you.
Anthony, one second.
We can't see through your big ass.
Cultural, just give me a second. Look, y'all should bang, but stay off the spouses. That's too much. Stay off the spouses.
Yo, you already brought my wife into this, man.
I wasn't.
And maybe you should tell him to stay out of my movie. Yeah, he called Dr. A.G. Like, what the fuck is going on? You tell him to stay out of my movie.
Yeah, kill that.
Yeah, and out of my bedroom, out of my intimate relationship.
That's apology.
I know.
That's apology.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
see you. Do not come off my face.
Because I bested him. I
And
bested
he
him.
said the most foul things about me.
He still didn't win. Even with his virulent despicableness, he still didn't win. So
I'm not apologizing for I'm Barry Cat Lady. I want to apologize for a fact.
You're under
I
my
want to
shell.
apologize for a fact.
You're under
You know,
my
fair parts of that bus
shell.
stop.
She's married.
Just like
You
your
don't need
scalp.
that. You
Just
don't
like
need
your
that.
scalp.
Anthony, you got body.
And I said she was barren.
Anthony, you know what's so funny?
What did you call? I didn't hear it. What was that?
She called me an incel. So I said she was barren.
After I called you an incel.
Anthony, before you lie, I recorded this clash out. I have this clash out on fucking tape. It's recorded. So I could put that shit back
Oh,
before lying
no,
out.
that's like illegal.
Oh,
No, it's
thank
not.
you. Pick a side, CEO. Pick a side.
There's people from multiple states here that know this.
It's gonna probably go back for me.
Okay, stay on mute. Because you came late to the party. Stay on mute.
Yeah, really.
This person has been spewing vitriol,
I agree.
virulent misogyny at me he spewed it for at least 25 minutes. For at least 25 minutes. And now I want to be clear. It wasn't effective. It wasn't effective.
You
But
wouldn't
he
be
still
talking
did
about it
it.
if it wasn't effective,
He
man.
still did it. So.
You wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't effective, man.
This is okay. I'm not responding. So this is not a new thing, and he deserves it. Let it rock.
You wanna know what else ain't effective? Rogaine on his head. You wanna know what else ain't effective?
You're so funny.
You wanna know what else ain't effective? Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, Zepbound. You wanna know what else ain't effective? Motherfucking get your dick up again, cause you like it in your funky big booty, tooted and rooted and booted up, bitch. You wanna know what else ain't effective? You wanna know what else ain't effective?
Look how she doing.
It's coming out of him. It's coming.
Seep it out.
Anthony, why you gotta
got it.
First of the last time,
Damn,
Anthony.
girl.
That's how you get us sex shop at the glory holes, Anthony. Get it, girl.
She is mad. You are distraught today, girl. That election really took a toll on you. You need to go ahead, just go to your little favorite Korean spot, go to Jeju. Go to Jeju. Oh, I know, girl. I know.
I'm just scared of you, Just.
I know, bitch. We already know that.
Okay,
Everybody in this room knew
I am
that.
scared of you.
I already knew you was my
I'm
son.
scared of any nigga that can take
I'm
his
losing
dick up his
focus.
ass. Any nigga that takes his dick up his ass, I'm
You right.
terrified of.
Culturally, does your move to audience work? My move to audience doesn't work.
I don't. I'll
Okay.
But, see, this is what I'm saying. See, you can't be taking up.
Can you move yourself?
You guys been trying
Can
to
you
move me to the
embrace
audience.
shame? Can you
Yeah, girl,
embrace
because
shame?
we actually want to go like.
Yo, here's what's up.
Like, you know, I don't mind reading. I can do this all day.
But you said you
And
already tried.
I don't gotta work
I'm
today, so I
happy
can
to leave.
beat you up and then
I'm
come back
happy
home
to
and take a
leave.
nap.
Alright? I'm happy to. Alright, since y'all been trying to move me to the audience. I didn't know you got down like that.
That's up and
I
go.
thought you was bad.
Get your big soft body ass up and go,
I thought you was
girl.
a banger.
Don't be saying
I
goodbye.
girl, we can bang. What's good?
But you ain't me down.
You know what? I don't want to do this at Patty's room. We can open a room and I can really
Why would
read
you try to hold
because
me
I've
down,
actually
nigga?
been holding back.
You trying to move me down, nigga?
That's politically correct. So we can. I actually open my own room. If you would like to get really fun, I would love to hold you over.
Make a room.
Okay. 1 second.
If we get to see tomorrow. Oh, what happened?
Just make a room.
Did he run to?
Oh, man, they created a room to keep y'all at each other.
Oh, Lord. It's gonna be all kind of violence. Okay, so back to seriousness. I just want to say, as a sequitur, that this is an example of what happens. This is an example of three things, three phenomena. The first is when you cannot articulately support a position that you have offered, right? Some people derail. When their derail fails, they start attacking the person who's challenging the argument that they put forth, right? When you are a he-man woman hater and you engage in an argument with the woman's not hostile toward you, the woman doesn't call you names or anything. When you are bested by said women, your misogyny will come out. So we saw that. Third thing is that a lot of these patriarchal misogynistic men, it's women. It's not ideas, it's not conflict, it's women. Because he was called every kind of offensive name by these men. He was sunned by the men. He was humiliated by the men. And his level of vitriol toward them never reached what it reached when he was engaging with me. So let this be a lesson to you. These people don't have the capacity to rightly, fairly, or intellectually engage around serious topics. It's never that. It's never that. Thanks for attending my TED Talk. And yes, CEO, post-crash analysis is necessary because it was horrid, and people in the chat were rightfully disgusted. It was a terrible showing, and I don't know. I might say Anthony set black men back maybe 45 years with his behavior. The other black men did a lot of redemptive work. But it was really sad and dispiriting.
Anthony's from a culture where men beat women. He's from Guyana.
It's
That's the culture he's from.
It's really crazy and sad. And the fortunate thing is I was raised by a man who loved women, and he wanted me to be a woman who could stand on my own in the face of men in various capacities, right? So I was unbothered by that. But just imagine people who have less self-worth, right? Imagine the damage that such a person could do.
Exactly.
It's terrible. It is really terrible.
I was definitely really proud of you, Dr. AG, because there are a lot of women who wouldn't be able to withstand that kind of disgusting vitriol and walk away nicely. He has done that bullshit to me. I hate that guy. I normally don't like the argument where people say, oh, well, let them expose themselves. But this time, I think it is a good idea because people really need to know just how poisonous and cancerous that asshole is. He is just the most revolting creature that I've ever come across on this app. So kudos to y'all for dragging him to the white meat. Continue moving forward.
How did it start, Dr. AG?
It's funny, but Dr. AJ will tell you.
Oh, sorry. Well, it started because TC was making a comment. We were talking about healthcare, and TC wanted to offer his solution to healthcare, and he had been shut down previous times. Nobody was really interested in hearing him. And so he started this whole exhortation about how nobody's interested in hearing him, but he has a solution. And if he can offer it, he would like to put it forth, and as well to introduce a little levity to the situation. My solution would blah, blah, blah. And so then I said, levity's not the right word. You used it incorrectly. And he proceeded to go on, and he said, no, I didn't, no, I didn't, no, I didn't. And then Anthony comes off of his mic and says, he used it correctly. And then, so I said to Anthony, I'm skipping the tedious parts, but I said to him, I said, oh, okay, let's have a semantic roundabout. You get your definition, and I'll get my definition, and we'll spar, right? So he gets his definition, he reads it, I comment and tell him why his definition proves my point and not his. I read my definition, and then he detours into attacking me and how I teach because I can't, and then it just escalated. It escalated from there. Yeah. So that's how it started. It started with a word.
And being corrected by a woman, by the way.
Dr. AG, you're now committed to all post-crash analysis, by the way, going
Dr. AG, I think
It was really
was gravity.
Yes.
What is the word gravity?
Yes. Or just balance. And he got confused because levitate is where you know, like you're just sort of balancing in the air. And so he assumed that they were connected, but they weren't. But anyway.
Well, also, the woman who came in to, try to, analyze the situation and
Another did say
how to be it. Yeah, and, she doesn't understand that we actually know who these people are on the stage. They don't have the capability or the bandwidth to be able to introduce levity to a situation. So that's why it wasn't even on the table.
Emma, are you there?
What's up, bro?
So I don't normally do pop psychology, but I want to ask you, what do you think TC's doing? Like, is he trying to run for office one day or something? Does he, give him
He ran out of this room like it was the Olympic trials.
I think he does. I think he has I think TC does have political aspirations, but he hasn't really gotten into it. Because TC comes here he doesn't really come, he tries to debate every issue, he's an expert in every issue. And if you notice his writings, because TC has published a blog and a bunch of other stuff where he's written about policy discussions. So the thing about TC is that I'm just in amazement. I am floored when I hear the stuff that TC says, and he would be like he's so genuine in his concern about stuff the way he comes across. but it's clearly out of left pocket. But to him, he's right. There's no TC's right 100% of the time, and he would argue a point. He would argue paint drying. He would argue anything. So what's the outcome? I think he's doing this as practice. I don't know. Maybe he has political aspirations. What do you think? You met him.
Yeah, I think he has to because he's been like acting very intensely around it and trying to come up with bigger ideas, and he's still intense about it. I would think he'd have, or he's just.
I think he wants to be the next Stephen A. Smith. I really do. I don't think that he has the kind of work ethic that it would take to like run for office and do all that kind of stuff, but he imagines himself as a jack of all trades, everything, and wants to stand in front of a camera and bloviate to the masses. Anyway, that's my guess.
That's a pretty good analysis, actually.
Hey, TC was so crazy.
To do whatever Stephen A. Smith, I'm not Stephen A. Smith, whatever Grant Cardone tells him to do. He's a paid shill by Grant Cardone.
Well, TC couldn't even handle the conversation. He ran off before Anthony ran off.
Well, TC was very powerful. He literally made go change his name. I'm just saying.
But to be fair, he ran off when he was challenged about backpedaling on being a Republican. And could he explain his comments about how he was upset with Trump and reconsidering his political affiliation? That's when he decided he was going to try out for the Olympics.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to say his vitriol towards you, Dr. A.G., and towards us, honestly, was really disgusting, even for Clubhouse standards. It was really fucking vile, and showed all of us, once again, what a vile, pathetic man he is.
Is exactly what he displayed for all of us.
He shares a trait with TC, all MAGAs, and Trump, and that trait is the inability to pivot and turn in the face of evidence that disputes what they believe. They will just continue to fight that fight until the death, till the very end, instead of saying, oh, I learned something new.
I thought you were going to say He-Man, woman-hating misogyny was had in common, but
Well, that would be the case as well.
So I am going to say something serious, though. I'm going to ask y'all not to
I was serious.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, not about that. I was just going to say I would encourage y'all not to gas up and then just, again, though, I say as a mystery. There was a day in Lisa's room where we were talking about meeting up in Atlanta.
yeah, we're not guessing it though, CEO. We weren't
You
guessing
know
it.
anything about that life. He ain't going down the block. Come on.
We weren't guessing it.
Yeah, we wasn't.
He was like, no.
But yeah, Debbie is, he always talking about like, oh, I'm do this and you're K-Rage and all this. Bitch, at some point, like, what are we doing? Like, we just gonna keep, doing that? Like, we're in the same city. We can have this conversation in person. He talking about, oh, the threat of physical violence. Nobody threatened the threat of physical violence. But if you do anything like you're gonna do anything to me, bitch, I'm gonna definitely defend myself. And I don't like you, so it's gonna be severe. So I don't give a fuck about nothing Anthony is talking about, nothing Anthony is saying. And every time I see Anthony, I'm going to read him. So he could just be mad. He could do whatever he want to do. I don't give a fuck.
You did tell him to prepare to dump at the last time. Yes.
Yeah, and we were arguing. I'm sure he said something to make me say that. But I mean, he's threatened to shoot black women on this app, do a whole bunch of things. I mean, should we take everything seriously?
I know. This is not Anthony's first time going after a woman on this app. He's done that multiple times. send the most vile shit.
Well, he's been blocked and kicked out of the rooms for the same shit.
That's why I haven't blocked.
That's why he's blocked, and not because he said it to me, but because I've witnessed it, with him on people in other rooms, and I blocked him for it. But, yeah, it's some psychopathy going on.
I just saw it today because TC did the TC thing and used the word in the wrong way, and they were offended that someone corrected him.
Oh,
A woman.
Not just someone, but I corrected, yeah.
A woman who's smarter than him. Okay, so his ego was severely bruised.
I mean, I counted 7 in the, just the short amount of time I was there. 7 misuse of words. But, you know, I'm sure there's.
I know better not to use the word loudly because I know I might miss it.
Yeah, that was
but
just.
see, you very adapted at communication. They're not. They think they're the smartest person in the room. That's their problem. So how dare you tell them or correct them?
TC's favorite quote for that point I know is, "I'm a big fish in a small pond."
Yeah. Remember, TC has a perfect credit score. He has an 850 credit score. Remember that. But he took a loan for 29% interest.
Well, he did show it.
You can put those two together.
There are some people that validate shit.
Yeah, but why would that credit score give you a loan interest that high? What's going on?
That's usury, though.
I think he's talking about as business owners, you get these companies that send you like these ridiculous offers. So he probably
No, that's not what Mickey said. He was literally boasting that, look, I got enough business credit. Look, I have an offer. I have business credit right now, 29%, 50%. And he was going off, and she was like, that's not a flex, bro. 29% interest on a short-term credit note is 29% is really bad. And he goes, well, I got an 850 credit score. So he just kept on digging himself a bigger hole. And Mickey kept on making fun of him.
So said 37%, and I remember this because I didn't even know it was legal to have a 37%.
It's usury.
That's what he said.
No, that's like if you're borrowing money from the mafia or loan sharks or something like that.
See, you gotta talk to your boys, man.
Well, I just saw Anthony yesterday. So.
Well, he is on Ozempic, so he's actually lost some weight. He is on because his wife.
He didn't work there.
Yeah, he has lost weight. His wife has put him on Ozempic.
Well, he needs Retatrutide.
Still supposed to exercise even though you're on that shit.
Trent says he bet 3.7. No, Trent. That's Trent. You're not part of that conversation.
And Trent, you're gonna be next, so you might want to stay quiet in the chat. Trent. Yeah, he might want to stay quiet because he's next.
Trent, take that up with TC. He was the one who was bragging about it, bro. Come on now.
See, got 37%? Lord, gee. Hey, I just came in real quick. Did you see the motherfucker? Did you see the job numbers this morning?
Oh no, I didn't. What of it?
Those crooked job numbers?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Trent, glad you're here. The interpreter. So tell us about the job.
Hold on, baby. Hold on.
We need the job
The
numbers.
job, the job.
Tio, and Patty, I'm gonna text him.
We're at 2008 levels of job loss. So what are you talking about? They announced it literally today.
2003, but never
Yeah.
like that. But CEO, I'm gonna text it to you. You and Patty.
Why are you only addressing CEO?
That's why you just don't put it in the chat.
All interested. What's going on?
I don't know how to listen listen, I'm trying to be
What the fuck is this in your PTR?
Because Matt,
But Trent, what's your point though? You haven't made a point.
What the numbers are, he hasn't done that part yet.
What I'm trying to say, it would be better. I'll text it to Patty and T. It would be better because it's a CMT clip, so that they can tell you what I've been telling you is happening. We were talking about it in the automotive room this morning. It's significant. That's all I can tell. I'll text it to both of y'all. I'll talk to you.
Oh Lord.
Why do you always do that?
Always do that.
So apparently the month of October, has been the worst October in 22 years in terms of layoffs.
I'm gonna read the secret article that was published in the New York
153,000
Times.
people were laid off in October.
100, how many?
153,000 people were laid off in October,
The Midas Touch post,
making it a 175% increase over the previous year.
The United States economy was its worst year for layoffs since 2009, with layoffs surging 183% in October compared to September of this year. So, trends for target.
Let me go ahead and send you this publicly available article through your back channel because we were talking about it privately.
And because the podcast is turned off about it. Can't talk. So is this 153,000 like just the job cuts, or is it like the net number for the net negative number for the month?
No, that's specifically layoffs for the month. I don't think that's the entirety for the month.
What did you say? Sorry, my app crashed.
Yeah.
Those are like announced. Those were not even like this. I don't think this is a BLS report. What I'm reading at, they just said announced job cuts last month climbed by more than 153,000, according to a report by Challenger Gray and Christmas. By Challenger Gray and Christmas. Who the hell is that?
I don't know, but the Midas Touch already posted all about it, so y'all can already know Midas Touch is trusted source.
I'm just so tired of winning. I don't want to win anymore. I'm exhausted by all this winning.
But remember, Dr. Agent, you guys were all wrong because y'all said Trump was not going to win and he won. So everything you guys said back then is false, and we were right.
Trump really is mentally unwell.
He's
acting like this is some sort of celebration that he has to like stealthily tell Patty and see your back channel text messages. This man is a peanut head looking bitch. You Gerald from Hey Arnold looking motherfucker. You know what the fuck is happening in this country. Like literally the thing that you have like you got some fucking breaking ass news. Literally the Midas Touch, which all of us know what the fucking Midas Touch is. Literally, it's available, right? Yeah, breaking news. This is 4 hours ago. The United States economy posted its worst year for layoffs since 2009, with layoffs surging 183% in October compared to September this year. All of y'all can look up the video and watch it, and also there's more information online about it. This is stupid. Like this man lives in a fucking alternate reality. Like is this like the X-Files? Like what the fuck is wrong with this nigga Trump?
Okay, so October was a 42,000 net. September was a 32,000 loss. August was a 22,000 plus. This is a strange pattern.
Wait, so is the Department of Bureau of Labor Statistics come out tomorrow?
Nope.
On the first of the month? It doesn't, they're not doing it anymore?
They haven't released the report. Plus, the government is shut down, so they're not working. So they won't release
Oh,
the
so
report.
that's gonna be.
That's fine, it's like their numbers.
No,
Last month, Trump said that he did not want to release job numbers anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, because.
So that's why some data aggregation companies are actually compiling the data because Wall Street still need the data in order to make investment decisions, and they figure that BLS is no longer a trusted source because Trump had his hand-picked guy in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and just to I want to make a point of clarification. Brad asked Matt, "Do you hate Trump because he said there's only two genders? Do you hate food? Do you hate weight loss? Do you hate getting a lobotomy? Do you hate finding God? What do you hate? Because bitch, you need to figure your life out, bitch. You are another alternate reality living motherfucker. You and Trent, you're the dumbest people on earth. Everyone in this room is not like Donald Trump, probably except you, Brad S. You're an idiot. Move to Russia, where you can be called the N-word,
Supremacist. He's actually white.
Oh, even better. Well, I'll actually say this now that I know that you're not my race. I will beat your funky ass, bitch. So don't be talking to me in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, just a friendly reminder that Brad S. is the same guy that carjacked a vehicle with somebody else's kids, and then did that while he was drunk, by the way. And
Yep.
yeah, so like, just a reminder, like, who we're listening to. And he's not listening to the psychos.
Yeah, can someone remove this carjacking, children endangerment, motherfucker from the room? Thank y'all. Kindly.
Oh my god, I didn't
Yeah, a criminal's in the room. Another Donald Trump.
Hey, CEO, we're waiting.
Yes, sir.
Brent said he was gonna text you the shit. What did he text you?
He just texted me a Facebook video of the ZMDC for 153,000 downloads.
What was all this excitement about? I'm confused. What was he so excited about?
Because he never mentioned that this was happening, so he didn't put
Yeah, but he said he was right about something. He said he was right about something. Wait, was this the argument he had made in the initial premise was the fact that, hey, AI is exacerbating the amount of layoffs? Was that the argument he was trying to come forth today with?
But he said
now he's corrected.
He's been spending the whole year, talking about how some tariffs are good and how job manufacturing coming back and all these factories are opening. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Remember, I work in the automotive space, and I can deal with those people.
I mean, I work in the automotive space. I just park my car. I found
And make sure it's parked on the right side of the street.
Yeah, so I don't have to move it until Monday, okay? So I'm in the automotive space.
Exactly.
Those days, alternate parking, it's a real thing.
It keeps you alive, trust me.
Yeah, look, I gotta go outside.
It keeps the mind sharp.
Somebody cannot move my car for me. Well, it's either that or $700 a month for a garage.
Yeah, the market is actually failing right now.
It's not just mine.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a totally separate one. Maybe it's a Dr. AG question. I don't know. What is a good cognac for cooking?
What did you say, Spirit?
What's a good cognac for cooking?
Has anybody ever tried Maison Rouge?
That's a good. What are you cooking?
French onion soup. So I wouldn't mind if it was also cognac for sipping as well, but I'm not trying to go too upscale.
I mean, if you're gonna simply sip it while you're cooking, you could do something cheap, like
a child or what's
you could do a cheap thing.
lady? Yeah.
You could do like a Courvoisier, like a
right.
BS, yeah, because it's not bad to drink, but it's good for cooking. You're not trying to, spend a lot.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
If you're trying to spend a lot, you can go with a Remy.
Prove that to the American people.
Wait, what?
Okay, something just came across my feed saying that a judge is going to order federal agents to restrict using force against protesters and the media in Chicago. I'll see if I can find something, a link to post in the chat.
I don't know if you guys seen a football player. I think he was from the Cowboys. He died after 24.
No, what happened? What's going on?
Marshawn Nealon. Oh, dies of self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Oh my God.
After police chase.
Not the same kind of situation as that other guy.
Our friend's gonna mention CTE momentarily.
No, that guy wasn't even guilty, and the police got him for a car accident.
Did you guys know that Don King was MAGA?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Don King's been friends with Trump.
Oh yeah, he's over there on the wheelchair, rocking his red hat. I was like, oh okay.
Not in a wheelchair. Not in a wheelchair with the red hat. That's crazy.
He's a con artist too, so.
Honestly, I thought he was passed
You
out.
thought he was sleeping with the fishes?
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Let me stop answering stuff because I act like I know everything and I'm smarter than everybody.
Who said that?
Anthony. Oh, Patty, you must have
I don't think Patty was here.
Oh, yeah. You missed that.
Luca Brasi.
Said I'm a barren cat lady.
Oh, it was going on for so long.
I had. Yeah, child. It was not a good look for him.
These men be mad that women know something.
Yeah, it was really sad.
That's why he started insulting her, because he was embarrassed that he was wrong. But ML kept telling him, back out of it, don't do it, back out of it, and he still wanted to do it, so.
That's what it is.
Even BT told him, bruh. BT is like, bruh, don't do it. Don't do it, bruh. There you go.
He didn't like when they asked me what the L in my last name stand for.
Oh,
That's his wife's first name. I was like, he's like, he didn't say anything after that.
That and the hula hoop
belt.
The hula hoop belt, yeah. He almost laughed at the hula hoop belt because he knew he had got on that. That was hysterical. Yeah, I know. It's just a sad situation. Sad and touching. But Mel, so the police were chasing the guy and then he pulled over and killed himself. Let me try to go.
I put the link in the chat.
Oh my God, I need to work. Jesus Christ, can't do things out of.
There was another, this white lady speaking, you know, Trump's sugar mama, secretary, whatever her name is. Hold on.
Shoot, I'm gonna take my work day nap before I head back to work. I take like a 25-minute nap every day, like around lunchtime.
Hold on, let me see. Play this video real quick.
Whether the administration will partially pay SNAP benefits. A federal judge ordered them to do so. President Trump indicated on Truth Social just yesterday that benefits will only be given out when Democrats agree to reopen the government. Now, this morning, the White House provided a clarification saying that they are working to comply with that federal court order.
The recipients of these SNAP benefits need to understand it's going to take some time to receive this money. We are digging into a contingency fund that is supposed to be for emergencies, catastrophes, for war. And the president does not want to have to tap into this fund point in the future. And that's what he was referring to in his Truth Social post.
What you think about that?
He's a liar.
I know, that's the same thing my husband.
They act like they have to go make the money in the contingency fund.
Look who's back, Trent.
Hey, Trent.
With his what he said. I forgot. 2003.
Yeah, he's talking about the publicly available confidential news articles.
He sent it to Pat. Patty, did he send you something? He said he was sending you something.
I sent it to you.
Let me check.
Look.
I didn't say it was confidential.
The CEO said you didn't send him. You sent him something, but it was bullshit. I'm joking.
Hey, here's the bottom line. You see, Patty, I think you should play it. And the bottom line is the job retraction that we're seeing. We had 150,000 job losses in October. We're at 1 million on the year. But what Steve Leisman says on CNBC that this is hitting the technology and warehousing sector, and it's due to AI, and there's some other factors. Government is a huge part of it. I think there's 310,000 government jobs. Obviously, that's because of Trump. But the other layoffs in the forward-looking statements state that we're down 35% in prospective hiring, and that's the scary part. Is that we're not seeing job hiring, we're not seeing expansion, we're seeing a tightening, but we're still continuing to see the same profit margins and output by corporations. So they're becoming more efficient with less people, which has always been the scare when we talk about, when you listen to Bill Gates and Dario Marty and Mark Cuban, that companies will remain profitability, but will remain output, but do it with less.
I mean, that's not called AI, that's called stagnation, right? When you have broadly inflationary environment with like a robust equity market, no hiring, right? No expansion, that's just called stagnation. There is no evidence that it's happening due to AI. In fact, there is an evidence of the opposite. If you didn't have AI spending in the economy, your GDP growth would be 0.1%. There was no evidence outside of junior roles that there is any significant contraction in hiring due to AI. And in fact, there is evidence for expansion.
This is what Christmas and Young said, and this is what Steve Leisman said on CNBC. You ain't arguing with me. You can argue with what they said on CNBC and what the forward-looking statements say. And yes, even admitting that it is happening to junior employees, which are people under 27 or under 30, depending on how you classify it, and that 58% of them are still looking for their first job coming out of college. That is still a significant impact, no matter how we slice it, to the economy. It's not AI. I mean, we can keep saying it's not AI, but that's what people are saying, and you can dispute it with them.
I mean, sure, I'll be happy to dispute if I meet that, but forward-looking statements from companies and studies of actual hiring patterns, right, are like different categories of credibility of information, right? I'll look at forward-looking statements. That's great. I'll look at the NBC interviews, but I think the better for this is studies of actual hiring practices, right? Also, junior roles.
deep tech is also not necessarily assignable to AI. Like, we know that it's probably going to impact junior roles, but there isn't like even a strong correlational study that shows that junior roles are impacted. We know certain work classes are impacted, but we can't say that juniors and young people are not getting jobs because of AI, because that problem was kind of persistent before AI. And just a reminder that technology sector overall, right, and this junior roles focus heavily, the argument goes that especially it's going to affect software developer and information jobs which are highly impacted by and with high exposure to AI technology, right? You have more than full employment in IT sector. Like the IT sector is unemployment in that sector is something like 3%. Like, yes, the companies are firing a lot of people, doesn't mean they're not hiring other people, right? Like, you have close to no unemployment in IT sector.
I'm just coming in on the tail end of this conversation, but I just wanted to point out that we actually have a labor shortage. I put information in from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. As of August 2025, there were about 7.2 million unfilled jobs in the U.S. Now, of course, that's across different industries. Education is one that we've had labor shortages probably for at least, I would say, over the last 10 years. Healthcare is one that we've had shortages in probably since I was a kid. I remember, since I'm in Houston, and the medical center is extremely robust and one of the most widely respected in the entire world. Shout out to Houston Methodist and the Children's Hospital. They started recruiting nurses from overseas because I remember seeing those ads in the Houston Chronicle. They were basically reaching out to nurses that were educated in Mexico, asking for offering huge bonuses. I know RNs that have received $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 bonuses, and that was decades ago because they were simply that short-staffed, because as a lot more nurses go into private care, which is why we also see a lot of nurses that are traveling nurses because they can make more money that way, so they can't keep them in-house. So something else that I wanted to point out, which I think is benefiting us, everyone, and I honestly think it's saving us a bit, is the boomers that are retiring. I put in the chat, approximately 10,000 to 11,000 baby boomers have been retiring each day, and they're entering their peak 65 years, right? They did as their parents told them before. The majority of them, they got married, they bought houses, you know, they have all of this equity, their houses are paid off, right? They have huge 401ks and pensions. That is also why we think that the economy has been self-sustaining for the most part, because there's still a lot of money around. The inflation, of course, is eating into that, and we're starting to see some shit. But as neoliberals said, corporations fire all the time. Like, this is literally what they do. I'm not saying that none of this is because of AI, but what we're starting to see is a lot of those white-collar jobs are the ones that are going to be easily replaced. This land here, my son was going to school accounting. I have a young friend, I think I told you guys about it in this space. He was just hired by the Harris County Appraisal District, not to just throw all that information out there. Probably shouldn't say it, but oh well. And guess who's retiring? Everybody. Everybody is retiring. So they are literally looking here. They have a really good salary if you get in early. Ain't nothing wrong with a city job. If you know where that's from, shout out to you. You're the best generation ever. Right? And guess who is working on his resume right now? It comes with a car allowance because you're driving all over the city. You get your accreditation.
You can even go into commercial appraisal, because guess what retiring? The commercial appraisers. There's nowhere to step in and do those jobs because they're boring and nobody thinks about working for the county or the city. So, yeah, y'all don't listen too much to the propaganda. Just cause I'm... Hey, Patty. Hey, y'all.
You don't want to play it?
It's one economist trend. I mean, you know that they're...
Oh, at this point. They can, like, kill me wrong.
No, Miki, I think it's both Challenger and Christmas and Young. I don't think it's not just one report. It's multiple reports.
But there are multiple, that's what I'm saying, Trent. I'm not denying what you're saying for some industries, but I do want to point out that industries always become more efficient over time, right? Like, I know that AI is like the latest and the greatest, you know, but remember, because I'm old school, right? Remember Y2K? Everything was gonna crash, we were all gonna die. Does anybody remember that? I had to bring my happy butt in the office along with everybody else. Like, it was like, oh my God, Y2K, why that? Like, we literally were in the office at 7 o'clock in the morning looking at each other, looking crazy. And then after 2 hours, they were like, okay, y'all can go home. I was there during 2008. I was literally in the office. I watched the market crash. I had to take a 10% pay cut, as did everyone else in our office, because we had a serious, real recession that almost took out the world. Does anybody else remember neoliberal? Do you remember the runs on the banks in Greece, just for one country in particular, where people were literally lining up to take their funds out? Because when the United States catches a cold, the rest of the world gets the flu. I also remember stories from 1987. I was nursery then, as I was only 13 years old. But I remember hearing stories from people, and trigger warning, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There were people that were jumping out of windows in 1987 because of their market losses and because of the debt that they had accrued. So what I'm saying, Trent, is that, and I love when neoliberal is here for his perspective on the economy, is that there have to be so many factors that are in place at once for there to be super serious concern. Is there concern that AI is going to take jobs? Of course. But there's concern right now that immigrants are taking jobs, right? Is that not what the Trump administration is saying? Concern that, you know, people are crossing the border and taking your jobs, is the current administration is saying, which is why he's limiting immigrants from, you know, 125,000 to what Joe Biden said to, what, 7,500? Like, is there not always concern about something? Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always concern. And Trent, for example, do you know, because I was literally at a firm, and this is anecdotal, but where this happened, that we were all extremely highly paid specialists, and the firm was bought out, a firm that had been in place for 60 years, and guess what? They got rid of all of us. And do you know who they hired in return, where the average age of us was like 45 and 50? They brought in college graduates and had some people train them, and basically saved about 2/3 of the salary that they were paying a highly specialized group. So this tends to happen, especially in corporate America, because corporate America ain't shit. They're not. They ain't shit. They're gonna do what they need to do, and this is, and they always tend to do this right before year end, especially publicly traded corporations. You know why? Anybody know why? I feel like giving y'all a $10 cash app for Starbucks. Put it in the chat, or if you're on stage.
Sorry, what was the question, ma'am?
Why do corporations tend to do a lot of firing towards year end? Obama and Tony, y'all got it. I'll repeat it again for, you know, I've never given Scotty a $10 cash app. I'm gonna send it to you too, Scotty, anyway, just for being cool. Yeah, bottom line profits. As Obama said it, earnings, send me your cash app in the back channel. They do it to make numbers look good. So what do we hear around October, November, every single year? Oh my God, there's all these layoffs. Now, I'm not making light of the people that have lost their jobs. What's happening in government is manufactured and intentional. And I'll just say this because 36% of government workers in Maryland are Black. which is why those counties, number 1 and number 2, are the highest earning and highest net worth for Black Americans in the country. It's not Houston, it's not Atlanta, it's not LA, it's PG County and that other county that's actually number 1. And the overwhelming majority of those 36% of government workers that were Black in Maryland are women. So this is absolutely intentional with the government job, so I'm not talking about that, but that ain't because of no damn AI. That's because of a robotic crackhead called Donald J. Trump, and we know that. So that's of concern, Trent. If you want to get into those numbers, he is literally impacting an entire community and demographic, and I can expect to see, or we would expect to see those, well, y'all got me good this morning. I'm in a good mood, and I'm ready to talk. I would expect to see foreclosures, right? Do y'all know, like neoliberal, did you see those numbers that consumer debt is the highest that it's ever been in the history of the world in the United States? That shit is scary right now. People are struggling, and corporations are making their best money. They're making their highest earnings. We have a $5 trillion valuation for NVIDIA. We have never had a $5 trillion valuation for a corporation in the history of the world. $5 trillion. It's like 2 Amazons, y'all. Shit is crazy, right? So, yeah. Shout out to AI.
Why is NVIDIA value so high? What do they do?
Trent, I can't take you seriously. Child, how you watching the sister get him sister? How you watching the MSNBC and you ask me that question? Lord Jesus. Trent.
Yo, what's up? They're valued that high because they're high. And if you think that, I mean, look, if you think that everything is fine with the economy and there's no problem, then, I mean, okay.
I didn't say that.
Okay, you think it's not? Okay, hey, we don't have to yell at each other. If you don't think it's because of AI, that's I actually completely understand that. I think I was just saying and play what CNBC said this morning. I think it's become, we were having the conversation this morning, and I was talking to a lot of conservatives, and I said, listen, the reason why we're seeing a 25 to 29% in favor between the ages 18 to 44 toward socialism, which I know is shocking to especially the New England, they don't get it. I said it's because of what is happening economically to folks. And, you know, like it's hard for them to understand, but I can see it. I've known that, I've seen the consumer debt numbers for months now, and now we're starting to see what we actually expected. We said we would see it in October, and we're starting to see, you know, these layoffs in October. 153,000 is a lot of layoffs, and I can't attribute it all to tariffs, especially in the technology sector. But you know, if that's what you guys or what you believe, I don't want to put things in everybody's mouth, but if that's what you think, then it's all cool. We don't have to argue about it.
Trent.
It's unbelievable.
My good friend Trent. I've been looking for you, my friend. You there, Trent? You tend to say some intelligent things at times. Mom! But I found you in a room saying the most retarded, stupid shit I ever had spill out of your mouth. Ever. It was diabolical. I couldn't believe that this was the Trent that comes in here and provides great information at times in this wonderful room. Trent, you were in the room saying why democracy shouldn't be and why you feel like we don't need the democratic process in the United States because it just slows things down too much. You were advocating for a dictatorship. In that room.
Wow.
And you didn't think I was motherfucking there, but I was there.
You're taking the conversation.
I'm not taking it out of context. I said quietly and listened very intently.
Well, let him explain.
So what I'm talking about was is partially what I was just talking about. I'm talking about, like, you look at the YouGov poll, and you got between the ages of 18 to 44, which is Gen Z and millennials, trending towards socialism over capitalism. And what I was saying is
this yesterday. When you have these talking points that you try to shoehorn into every conversation, bro, we all see it.
Okay, so what we're seeing is these people, in my mind, this is my opinion, they're seeing the rise of China. They're not as fearful of socialism as they used to be, and it's appealing to them. And Scotty, if you want to talk, go ahead.
I'm just saying it's dumb. Continue.
Okay, well, it's a you go. Hold on, I'm walking by.
Dude, you don't know the history of the United States. Okay?
I don't know
That's all. No, you're taking a snapshot of right now what you've seen on the internet, and you shoehorn all of that into the same conversations that we have with you every day. It is also debunked every time you do it, and yet you come on stage with the tabula rasa and think we don't know.
Okay, that's fine. What I was saying to Jim's point is we do have to understand. What we do see is in a very efficient China. I said that we needed high-speed rail in California and Texas 20 years ago, right? And we didn't get it. But in China,
I want you to think. Can I ask you something real quick? Because I understand the aspect of what you're saying. I listened to the entire conversation. I just didn't say anything, so I'm very aware of what the context was. But I have business partners that deal with China. I have clients that are located in China, and we're talking about people that are highly controlled. You understand that? Yeah. They're not allowed to get on Instagram, Trent. Listen, Trent. They have to block their IP to get on Instagram, Trent. They're not allowed to be there, Trent. Why would you want to live in a society?
I didn't say I wanted to live in that society.
That's what you're condoning, though.
No.
You're only looking at one component of that's a lot larger. There's a lot of aspects that you're not accounting for.
My man, so China's a market socialist economy with some aspects of capitalism, communism and totalitarian. So between the two. Marxism in itself is actually an economic theory. It's not necessarily a political theory, but we won't go through all that. But what I was saying, to make it short, is because of AI and because of humanoid robots and the innovations that are coming, I foresee a strong movement toward socialism because I don't see any other way for it to work if you don't have some sort of basic income when you get to scale with humanoid robots. I actually think we will end up as a more socialist economy.
That's socialism is capitalism with UBI. They have UBI in Alaska. Is Alaska a socialist state?
I think a lot of people would call UBI socialist. People think that the minimum wage is socialist. But will we be a more socialist state in the next 10 years because of what's coming economically? Yes. And do I think it might be a good one?
An evolution of capitalism, man. Yeah.
This is crazy.
What's up, man?
Trent, let me ask you. So, do they have elections in China? Are you aware of that process? Do they have elections or no? No, they have absolute fucking power, which means there is no accountability. Could you imagine Trump in that situation?
Again, I'm not saying that I'm advocating for it.
Actually, can you imagine Trump under those conditions?
Again, you're looking at the government function. What I also said is I think that we should extend.
You were literally discussing government's function and how the Democratic process slows progress. You cited the train being built very slowly because of the Democratic progress. So you were just talking about government function, bro.
What I was saying is, there are some elements that's totalitarianism. It's hard to say that there's not. When we look at the progress that China has made versus the stagnation that we have in activities and environmental concerns and all the things that we have over the past couple of years.
That's what it is. Rash decisions being made. The decisions are being weighed out. The benefits, the pros and cons are being evaluated prior to someone to say, fuck it, let's
times it doesn't favor the average American person. So what I do foresee as you have this rise in technology is that we will need and we will have a more socialist in the state of economic forms in the United States. I think that's going to happen.
We've just making it unnecessarily dramatic. Not that you don't have to point, we just make it nationalism with UBI integrated into it. That's it. Why are you going beyond that?
What I also think we need to do is we need to stop having elections every 4 years and at least take them to every 5, so that the country is. No, I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about after Trump leaves. But just listen to what I'm saying.
Do you know what you do a constitutional amendment?
Yeah, I know what it takes. That's how.
Okay, so don't even float stupid ideas that don't even make sense that nobody wants you.
Well, I don't know. I think we're always going to
wants that, Scotty.
Well, actually, let me put a spin on that. What would y'all think if there was just one presidential term, 6 years, that's it, no re-election?
No.
You have enough time to implement your policy, no second term, you don't have to.
Because CEO, think about if we were so far down, like we're barely gonna make it to for the next.
But you'd be done with your problem. You would have been done with
I'm answering your question, CEO. I'm being optimistic, overly optimistic when I say we're barely gonna make it, because I don't know if we're going to with Trump at the head of our government right now, right? Imagine extending that another 2 years and enduring that, right? Like, I think that check and balances are set in place so that we have a chance to change the trajectory if we're off path, right? That's why they put it at that time sector. That would make the most sense. To extend that, I think, would be deadly.
Gemini, you would have been done with him in 2022.
Hang on. The problem is we're in constant flux. And we can't finish anything. Like the EV tax credits are one thing. We put in, and the infrastructure bill that Biden put in place, right? Great plan, well-intentioned, can't get finished because, we had an election and now everything is being wiped away. And so instead of changing the head coach every 4 years, maybe we take it to 5, maybe we have 2 terms. Instead of going to the polls every 2 years for Congress people, maybe we take them to 3 or 4 so we can actually move into a direction and finish a process.
Spitballing ideas are not going to happen. Like, why don't we actually talk about policies that we can.
I recognize. No, my man,
if what you're doing is that great, you'll go for re-election like Obama did, and they'll recognize the progress you made and see what benchmark you're at that point. And you can tell them your projected trajectory, and they will they'll re-elect you. You'll be in office again. And if not, that is the point where they elect someone that they feel can do a better job.
And then you're a lame duck after 2 years, Gemini. Anyway, so you only get 6 years if you get reelected. You only have a 6-year term anyway. The last 2 years is that.
Yeah, so I recognize that it's not something that's likely to happen, but I'm thinking like that's what's
we don't want this. It's not what's best for the people.
These are horrible ideas. Sorry.
The referendum on the politicians as prescribed in the Constitution.
If you don't like it,
everything else is a waste of time.
It's not a matter of liking it or not. What it is really ridiculous. And let me explain why in the simplest terms that I can. The reason why we have an administrative state is for the continuity between elections. But for some reason, conservatives think that the people who make the laws are the ones who actually interpret and execute them, which they do not. And they turn the word bureaucracy into a curse word when it is actually what kept the United States of America stable between elections. And so they went and fired them all, and they think that they can just make decisions and turn an entire country on a dime, and they cannot. What you're trying to do is replace the missing bureaucracy that you fired. It's not going to work. Now I'm complete.
It's not going to work. And you have to have a balance between, okay, they're making progress and accountability, right? Because if they get off track and they're going down the wrong path, you still got to suffer 2 more years of that, right? And who knows
Gemini, what overall what I'm saying is we need a stabilization in our political system. What we actually have is MAGA nationalist protectionism and trying to, in their minds, bring back job creation to the country. And on the other side, we have progressives who are looking for rent freezing or complaining about the wealth gap, as is MAGA, same thing. They're both sides are talking about a shrinking middle class that's not working for them. And so in my mind, I'm like, if we could just get on one train and stop switching tracks every 2 years or 4 years, I think the country would be a lot better.
Trent, you know, I've never personally.
Didn't I just explain that? Were you listening at all when I explained what the bureaucrats and the administrative state is supposed to do? That is exactly the job that you are trying to assign to politicians. But did you hear me? Did you understand what I said, at least, Trent?
Trent, you know I've never personally disrespected you on any. I actually like you, but I think what you're saying is just fucking crazy, bro. It really is.
I understand.
Did you get his sister's point though, or you don't agree with it, Trent?
But I agree with Trent. I think AI enabled like one-party state-led system that gets voter preferences and substitutes them by AI. Nobody needs to vote. There's AI. AI can do everything, right? So nobody needs to vote. And a one-party system, as Comrade Trent rightfully pointed out, I appreciate the. I didn't know you were a Leninist, Trent, but welcome to the far left. Welcome to the Antifa. Yeah, I think there is something there.
I think it's part of the Young Turks. He's so progressive, man. He's super far left.
I'm a pure capitalist.
Moderate.
Yeah, I'm a pure capitalist. I've been pretty all my life. But what I am seeing with the wealth gap in this nation, with the haves, the extreme haves, and the extreme have-nots.
Does the sound very Marxist? The bourgeois appropriating assets from the workers.
Yes, I agree. I agree it's Marxist. I'm not saying it's not. I think when I'm looking. Do you want to continue to talk? No, I'm sorry. Were you talking?
No, sorry. Go ahead. I'm just
okay.
In all.
What I am saying, and this is very shocking to my hardcore Republican automotive friends. What I am saying, based upon the technology that I'm seeing, based upon the job stabilization and possibly layoffs that we are witnessing now, and what is to come, which is an increasing technology, I don't see how pure market capitalism sustains itself in the United States in its current state. It was already teetering, and now I think it's being pushed overboard because there's not enough support for the working class and for people who don't have. You're always going to have a dichotomy when you have or a wide gap when you have capitalism between rich and poor. But now I think it's going to look like the 1920s, where we have trillionaires, we have people that can't feed themselves, and I don't think that's sustainable in the United States.
How have that not been the case? That's been the case.
It's been the case, but I think it's going to get worse.
This has been the case. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably going to get worse, but a lot of times I be confused because I'm like, what America have y'all been living in? You know what I'm saying? Like, these harsh realities that have been there. You feel me? They didn't leave when the civil rights ended, when the civil rights movement ended. They didn't leave when we got the right to vote. Yeah, they've changed. The numbers have lessened. So it's not as many like black people or just Americans in general in poverty because things have improved in terms of humanity in general. But this has still been the case of extreme disparity. Man, I've been seeing this shit since elementary school, Trent. Not understanding why I go to one school and this shit fucked up, but I go to another school a block away and this shit is amazing. Like, this is America, man. It's built on disparity. It's built on haves and have-nots.
What I'm saying to you, Rob, is Mondami is not just it's not just possible in New York. It can happen in Houston, Texas.
And if Montgomery got elected in Houston, Texas, I would be happy if he won.
Yeah, Rob.
Because that meant the people of Houston came out and voted.
Yes, what I'm saying is the people in New York who we think are so different are no different than the people I'm talking to in Sugar Land and in Katy and in the Woodlands who are experiencing some of the same things.
But what about us that feel like that about Greg Abbott? I feel like Greg Abbott is the right wing equivalent to Montgomery. Like I feel like Trump is truly the right wing equivalent to Montgomery. If you believe that Montgomery is somebody that's coming to destroy like the fabric of our nation, that's what I believe.
I'm not talking about. I don't think that Montgomery is going to destroy the fabric of the nation. I think Montgomery is the people's call out to a system, to systems that are not working for them. And I don't think it's just happening in New York City.
It's the Trump effect.
I don't know. The cost of living has been high everywhere. I think it can happen in Los Angeles. I think it can happen in San Francisco. I think it can happen in Dallas, Texas. I think there are a lot of people that are being left behind and working 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. And then we're driving Uber, and now we're going to have to compete against a car that can drive itself. So I understand I sound crazy right now, but
You don't sound crazy, Trent. You sound, to me, what it sounds like is somebody who's been living in a bubble. Because and again, I can't discredit your experiences, so I don't want to come off like that. But my experiences as an American has always been from the scape of somebody who's either been in poverty or very adjacent to poverty. Even when I've had a little more money as an adult, I've never been in the higher income tax earner bracket. So I've always seen this shit from the lens of somebody who's being shitted on. Even if I'm not being shitted on, like literally, I see it from that lens because I'm around people who feel shitted on every day. And not simply because they can't get food stamps because they make $2 more than that. They feel shitted on because the entire system, man, is bogged down on them. Like, we're little, bro, before I moved to my apartment that I'm in now, I looked at an apartment that I stayed in 2006. That was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. I paid $575 for that hoe in 2005-06. This same apartment on Richmond and Dunville, when I looked at it this past summer when I moved, they hadn't done no dramatic upgrades to it. This apartment was $1,250. Like, something's wrong with that. And if those are the things that, that's why I don't trust either sides of elected officials, because neither party truly addresses issues that's affecting Americans. Ain't nobody addressing overdraft fees and how the fuck that shit work. They just keep letting it go on both sides. Ain't nobody addressing.
Biden actually did try to address that, Rob, but Trump reversed it, if I'm not mistaken. He wanted to limit hotel fees to $5.
I do remember that. But let me just say this though, I know you in this financial world, and hey, I miss you. Ain't talked to you in a while. Nothing freaking.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah.
But
good, looking good. It's good.
Nigga got a little when your wallet's sitting a little fatter, it's easier to be happy. You feel me? So
for sure.
That's how I say that. But now when you look at this shit, I was banking with Chime last year, right? And Chime, I'm not a big fan of it, but I was banking with them. So I switched to Capital One, and literally within the first week of me being with them, I had an overdraft. And it's the way that they collect our money, it doesn't make sense. These type of things could be addressed, man. Seriously. And I do know Biden made some strides. I know that Kamala, her initial plan was to address the food costs, and it was people on this app, maybe even in this room, I'm not looking at my phone, but it was people on this app telling us that we were going to turn into Venezuela if we started trying to tackle price gouging. This is literally when her shit started. So look, let me correct myself and not say that neither side has made an attempt to address certain things. I don't think our side of the party has done enough to emphasize that these are the things that are actually hurting us as consumers.
So
it's a bunch of fucking.
You're right, and I'll just
go ahead, Trent.
On with this. Go ahead. Biden's consumer protections were great. one of my favorites was on the airlines, so that they couldn't sit you in a seat. You know what I'm talking about. So they couldn't sit you on the runway for 4 hours captive, or when you didn't want to take the flight after it was delayed 6 hours, you're gonna miss the connection. They were gonna take away the refunds. So there were a lot of things for consumer protections, including in automotive, that I thought were, especially for transparency, were that absolutely good for the American people that have now been reversed. And so Rob is actually speaking my points. I don't think in a pure capitalist society, as we see reversals of consumer protections, as we see more power go to corporations, but the attempt to bring in almost a nationalist system of protectionism, I don't see how we level set the two. It's not working right now, most of us can tell, and I don't think it's going to work going forward. So I think more people are going to side because the vast majority of people are in the $40,000 to $250,000 range, and I think more of those people, as they feel the crunch, they're going to be the ones who say, "Hey, my health care is too high. I can, like Rob is saying, I'm spending half my check on my rent, my car note, and the insurance is the other half. I can barely afford to eat." That's why I think, and my job is precarious.
Like, how does that shit even work? Like, tell me.
That's where the democratic process comes in, and we hire officials that are focused on those issues and make that the primary part of their agenda.
What you are confusing, okay, is that just because you have a socialist aspect to your government, like say France, just because you have a socialist aspect to the government doesn't mean that you are a completely communist country in the way that you elect.
That's what you were championing. You were literally championing China. That's what China does. They have one leader, one head, one party. That's it.
Socialism is all through the United States system, man.
What I was saying is there is something to say about the effectiveness of having one mind and one person leading a charge when it comes to innovation. We've seen it in Dubai. We've seen it in Saudi Arabia.
But you know what they have that we don't have?
Hang on, man. Hang on. I understand that these are thoughts as an American.
So an ethnically homogenous nation, it's much easier to get a group. Go ahead.
I agree with you. All I am saying is, as Americans, we're taught never to think these things, that they're not possible. But for the good of us all, we may need to think about redoing our system.
We're not doing it. It's stupid. Yep, there it is.
There it goes.
There it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes. Fucking stupid. I waste of time. I hate that nigga with every type of hate.
There's a lot of
our system.
I just want to say.
Outside of manufacturing and building infrastructure, we dominate China in a lot of aspects, including AI currently, even though he says the opposite, by the way. Like, they're relying on us for AI right now, unless he doesn't understand that aspect, right? They're trying to develop their own, but right now we still have the edge. So if their structure as a communist is so good, they would be in a different light right now, right? The number one we lead, as far as finances, we lead the world still, right? The epicenter is still in New York right now, right? The dollar is still the default currency for the world, right? So if it was doing so much better, we would see that impact on a lot different level other than just building out infrastructure and having manufacturing down there. Seriously.
Well, actually, Gemini, Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, just said that China is leading the race against AI.
Yeah, they done figured out the chips and got better, because they started, I watched this shit, Mickey. We was talking about how they trying to...
Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, our first $5 trillion company.
Wow.
He just said that a few days ago, actually.
They definitely surpassed us.
If you pay attention to him, he's not with the shits with Donald Trump. Like, he goes there
See, this is the problem. Oh, go ahead, Rob, and then I'll say what I'm going to say.
You got it. My headphones on mute, so that's why my mic up.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is the problem with China is when we talk about incredibly efficient machines is because they're so part and parcel with the government. The government wants to win. The government is entrenched in business. The government is entrenched in education. Their government controls a lot. They also suppress a lot, right? So like our version of TikTok, even though it's Chinese, they don't have that version of TikTok. They don't have their kids making TikToks and all of this stuff. Like they shut that shit down.
That's a fact.
So we find with a lot of things, like who was that? I think it was Sister that was in here or in a room another day making a point about how we can't actually have similar trade numbers because a lot of countries won't even accept what we do, especially in terms of the food. Red dye number, whatever that red dye is, right? A lot of shit that we use in our cosmetics and our cleaning products, in our food, that shit has been banned in Europe, like for a while. So we can't import that stuff because they won't even allow it to be sold. There's a cosmetics line, I can't remember, it's really popular. Maybe it's like Nivea